What is going on, guys? We are live. It's so sad because Mariah, you were talking before that.
No, we're not gonna bring it up. I was just shit talking to Pre.
Talk about him before he gets here, you know?
Yeah, that's it, right? Do it live. Do it live.
Oh,
Why not?
man.
Yeah, wherever Dupree is, hopefully you're here, bro. In the comment section. Yes, we were talking about you before the live. No, but we love you, Dupree. This is not sponsored by any chance by anybody. This is just us doing things. So just know we do not accept any sponsors here. This is all free stuff.
Listen, we need to have a talk about Vanderhoff. The fact is, he's the sponsor. And you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
I had to do it. I was showing Kevin earlier. I'm like, bro, I have to get this in the show somehow. Oh, my God. That's
right out the gate, man.
Right out the gate. Right out the gate. But guys, welcome back. It has been a while that we've had all these faces. Welcome back, Gabe. Welcome back, Mariah. The sexy Wookiee squadron. What's going on, guys? How have you all been?
So glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Good to see everybody.
Yes. I'm just like it's been so long, and it's even though it's been like 2-3 weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. It feels like a long time.
It feels like a long time, right? It feels like an eternity. But anyway, guys, welcome to the Eternal Sith channel. It is your boy Dr. Eternal here. And I just want to say, before we do start, guys, just introduce yourselves really quick. We'll go around the room. You go first, the Fandalorian.
So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Kevin, the Fandalorian, and I collect the Star Wars Funko Pops. So if you have any interest in those, I have almost all of them. So yeah, thanks everybody. Pass it on to Jasmine.
There we go.
Hi guys, my name is Jasmine, and I'm a simp over at the Sexy Wookiee Squadrons, where me and Megan like to talk books, hang out.
Nice.
Oh, that fun stuff.
Yeah, jump down to me. I'm Sexy One over here representing Sexy Wookiee Squadron. Nice to see you guys all again.
I love that you guys have like a thing like
we do.
What side?
We got
what side?
That's awesome.
Dude, no, if you take roller coaster photos, that's always our post. So tag us
side.
if you do X-wing in your roller coaster photos.
It's so true. It's so true. I don't know how you're gonna live up to that one, Mariah, but good luck.
I'm just not. I'm Mariah, and I'm just on Instagram. No, I do have my own podcast called Forces of Fandom, and pretty soon we're gonna move out to Twitch. So,
Not bad. All right,
Nice.
Hey, girl, good for you.
And I'm Gabe. I'm on all social media platforms, I guess, as Star Wars Replicas. I have a YouTube channel called Star Wars Replicas, and obviously I collect Star Wars replicas.
Yeah, right.
I also have another channel called Collection Wars, where we do interviews with other collectors and industry guests. So
Awesome.
Damn, that is awesome. Yeah, I'm still always like so mesmerized whenever you hop on, bro. Like I love the background. Like it's like
I
how
love
could you
the
not love,
background.
like,
I know it's
bro,
man.
like look at that.
No.
You don't even need a 3D like
There,
green
hold
screen thingy. Like wow, like
again.
that's so beautiful. Yes, that.
it's like
Wow.
it's like wow, bro. Like that's like the best. Like
goals.
you come home from work, right? And it's like, it's like, babe, I am going away for a little while. Don't
be in
bother
my
me.
sanctum.
And it's like,
In my
yeah, like you
Star
close the
Wars
door and it's like a heavy, like Harry Potter type of door. Just close it or like boom, and then it's like nothing, and that's where you are. And that is beautiful.
That's actually my next thing in here. I'm actually gonna do one of those like Murphy doors.
That's what they're
to the
called,
Star
yeah.
Wars room. So
Ooh.
that way, like you can't even see that there's.
Yes. Get a fog machine for every time you leave and the door opens, just smoke
Yeah.
rolls out.
You have to. You just
Absolutely.
have to. I mean, I would never leave my house too, honestly. Like I probably would just work remote, honestly. I'd just be like, listen, I have a Murphy door. That's what it's called, Murphy door. I'd be like, I have a Murphy door.
It's like,
I'm about that life. Like I'm that guy.
I lost the key. I can't get out, so I have to work from
that's
home.
it, right? If you guys love me that much and you value my my work ethic, you'll enjoy me working remote. So it'll be just fine.
I think we need a few more sponsors before that happens.
That's true. That is so true. Oh my God, guys. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So we got these Kenobi leaked images. And they were, I don't know if you guys got to see them. They were
Do you
pretty
have
cool.
them? Can you pull them up?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have them. I'm going to be pulling it up in just a few
Spoiler
seconds.
warning: if you guys don't want to look, close your
Right.
eyes.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Again, they weren't anything big, so I'll explain a little bit about it. So it was basically these photos that were leaked at Los Angeles. If I'm not mistaken, Megan and Jasmine, correct me, or Gabe. I think it's called East College in Los Angeles or something like that.
Oh,
And-
where the pool.
Yes. So it was there were some images of that leaked at the pool there. Like I said, I'm trying to get it now. Just give me a few. But yeah, no, they were leaked there, and supposedly it's supposed to be a big scene with Vader having a confrontation. Like it's going to be very confrontational at that scene.
Ooh.
What they could be doing there, I have no idea. I did a video on. You guys know I do video. I'm not going to say it, but anyway, so I talked about it, but it was really, really cool, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on what you possibly think they could be filming in this pool for some strange reason. Funny thing, I do want to say, when I posted the video, a kid that actually goes to that high school or college or whatever literally messaged me and was like, dude, I literally go to that school and I literally missed it by a week because everybody was remote at the time. And I'm like, dude, you missed it. I'm like, oh my God. Like literally we were just going back and forth in the chat. But I want to throw it to you, Megan. What do you think they could be filming in this pool? What do you think could be they could be doing there?
In a pool area. Now I have to be careful because I do work background and I do overhear a lot of stories from a lot of people that are working the show, so I know other Vader scenes.
So that's why you kind of were already like pool, and I'm like, oh shoot,
like the pool scene, yeah, that one.
Like I told you, we will not bow to any sponsors, so you're good. Don't worry about it here. We don't.
No, and I will never release my sources that I happen to overhear conversations.
Oh my gosh! So that's
after the chat, after the live stream, you can tell us.
Yeah, after the live stream. Well, yeah.
I know that Vader and his boys, his 501st stormtroopers are on the hunt for Jedi.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
They're getting around, so it could be just a location that they've gone to check it out.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, like it's the setting that gets me. Why a pool? Was it full? Was it empty?
So we have it here. Let me accept all the cookies. I'm just gonna go to the main. So these were the images here. So those of you, I don't know who. For those of you who don't know, JT stands for Joshua Tree, and if you read here, a lot of these production sets have abbreviation names or whatever the case may be.
It's like a code name.
Right. So for them, it's JT that stands for Joshua Tree. Andor is Pilgrim, and the Mandalorian is Huckleberry. So. Yeah, this was pretty cool, but I wonder what the scene could really be about. I mean, one of the things is here, we know that, it could possibly be some sort of a water planet that they're using it for, but don't they have technology that they can just do this somewhere else?
Yeah, you would not shoot underwater scenes.
Why would you use
the pool? I don't think.
Yeah, I don't
know, because they did that with, I'm just going to go with Outlander. Okay. They did a underwater, like an ocean scene where they were drowning, like in a hurricane, and they literally just did it in a blow-up pool. They filmed it inside of a blow. I just remember watching it on HBO. No, it was the Stars behind the scenes, and the part where they're out in the ocean. What they do is just from where I do all my Photoshop, they take a little small scene and then they'll go out and actually record an ocean scene, and then they'll just Photoshop that into the video of them into a pool. So that's why. So whatever scene it is, it could be. You remember when in episode 2 where he is in the ocean of Camino? That was shot in a pool too, where he was underwater swimming. So. Yeah. No. It could be anywhere. It could be.
It seems kind of weird that they would choose a location, though, right? Like they could easily have built that in a soundstage, controlled environment. Like, I guess have you looked up the pictures of the pool of what that pool looks like? Maybe there's some weird background
I think here.
How close is it from their studio, though?
I think they're getting to the end of production, though, so I don't know if they've got a lot of time to build things.
Right.
So they may just be in the final week of wrap up, as far as I understand, and just looking for anything that works.
So this is what the pool, I'm assuming, looks like, because they use
probably
this
a standard.
Yeah, it just looks like a standard. I'm assuming it has to be. You see, like I get the kind of like, you know, episode 1. Where is it? Episode? I'm thinking of when Kenobi's swimming underwater.
2.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Episode.
Well, they
2.
swim in 1 also.
They do, right? Yeah.
Because they go to Ataganga.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's. Go ahead.
I you know what I was thinking though? Thinking more of like, you know, the original trilogy. Remember how like Luke, you know, because that's how they heal, right? But it's like this underwater
like a back
tank.
dead?
A bat. So maybe it's Anakin kind of getting pulled out of this like.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of
right?
the beta tank. I didn't even think.
Oh man,
it could be that. Yeah,
So maybe that's what they do. They'll pull out, you know,
It's got like a swimming pool size back to tank. Dang,
yeah,
son.
you know, I mean,
That's serious business.
I mean, it's I guess because it's easy, like you kind of said, Megan. Like they're trying to wrap up production, so they're just using anything at this point, so they don't have to start building stuff, and it makes kind of sense with that. You know, it's cheap. You know, you just pay them and say, hey, here's the money, bam, just use it.
Yeah.
You know, rent it out for the week or the day or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I thought it was a good one. I think it's cool. I think it's nice that we're getting a lot of these things kind of put out there. I mean, it sucks for Disney because they're probably like, who the hell is leaking these images? How are people finding out? Because honestly, a lot of people have been leaking a lot of news out about it. Like, it's really crazy. Like, for a lot of the shows, you know, like we don't know much about like Andor. Like, we got some images before. But like, man, Kenobi, they've been just like
Because I'm telling you, LA crew, NDA is like, whatever. We're sitting in makeup and they're talking about what they. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys.
He's got sand. What is that?
Sand?
Whoa.
That's how you keep Vader away, huh?
What?
How?
Damn.
Stop.
I mean,
Stop.
you know,
He's like, yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna release that. He's like,
wow.
No, I mean, yeah, and I think that's what's happening, right? There's a lot of leaks, a lot of people that are.
This guy just leaked sand.
I have Kenobi sand.
Major reveal tonight.
Oh, dude,
Sand.
I'm telling you now, I am going to do a video on you, bro. Literally just revealing. We just got major news on pocket sand.
I got Kenobi sand. No, I have a buddy that's in the industry, and he
picked up some pocket sand for you and was like,
he did. He grabbed some for himself, and then he was like, I got you something. I was like, yeah. So now I got to figure out a little something to put it in to make it look nice.
Yeah, that's so.
Put it in the jar with Kenobi, like in the jar, like kind of like a diorama.
Yeah, there you go.
Or even better, you can put that next to Anakin or Vader.
Right.
Put it in a jar, have Hayden Christensen sign it.
Yeah, it would just be
exactly. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out something
clever.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I mean, that's like, wow. I don't know what's more valuable, that or everything you have behind you. I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure once they release kind of the name of, you know, where they're filming everything, I'm sure people are gonna go grab stuff, you know.
Dude, where's Dupree for this, man? That's probably what, you know what it is? He must have known that you had that sand, so he's like, no, I'm not.
Oh, that's it. He was avoiding the sand. It all makes sense now.
Sand. Oh no, that's hilarious.
That's
wow, that is awesome. When did you get that, if you don't mind me asking?
Maybe like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, when he brought it back.
That's about right.
You sly devil, you could have showed that last time. And
I could have. That conversation didn't come up, and then I just kind of.
Oh wow, bro, that is so freaking cool. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna do a video on you tonight, bro. So better watch my video tomorrow, bro. Better watch it.
We're gonna do a special stolen from sets.
Right. All the stolen stuff.
I mean, the fact that we got confirmation that there is sand. Like, there is actual sand.
I mean, it kind of has to, right? I mean, it's
no, you've all seen those leaks of the set that they built at the studio.
I know. I just wonder if it's sand. See, that would make it so cool. Like, you should have asked him, like, was this the sand that like Ewan McGregor stepped on?
Right.
or
I could text him and ask him.
Dude, you should, bro. Oh my god, I would freaking want to know that, because then that would add so much more like that would add so much value and just reveal. Yeah, I'd be like, fuck,
the sand that he stepped on. I mean, I doubt. I mean, or maybe.
You never know, bro. Like, what if Hayden Christensen
stepped on it?
Wait,
somebody stepped on it.
I got one better for you. This is like wise Gamora. Hold on. I got one better.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah. I got one better. What if it was a scene with either Ahsoka, because you guys know, like, we're supposed to get Hayden Christensen in like the Clone Wars attack. Could have been something where maybe like they were on Tatooine or something like that. Yeah. Who knows? What if like all of them were there and that was like the scene for that?
No.
Yeah.
There's so much.
I don't know if he'll
reveal.
He'll be happy if I'm on a live show talking about it.
Well, you could ask him off. I mean, it's not like he's gonna watch. Trust me, Disney ain't. Mickey Mouse is not watching this live stream. But I can guarantee you.
They're scanning for pocket sand.
Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a knock in the middle of the night.
We're missing some sand.
He was weighing it the night later, and he's like, "Wait a minute."
That's sand. Where's that sand?
Where's that sand? It said Kenobi on the bag.
Oh my gosh. All this for sand. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Yeah. And in reality, he probably just went to like Santa Monica or something like that.
He can tell you that was
from my backyard. I just threw it in there.
Oh my God. And I gotta ask the question. Who wrote on the bag? Did he write it or you did?
He wrote it, yeah. He gave it to me. He swung by the house and hung out, and he's like, "Here, I got something for you." And I was like, "What is it?"
And then it is the only.
Wow, that's pretty penmanship.
And I guess it's very specific, and that's what he said. He said, "Yeah, it doesn't watch the show."
You guys remember Pirates of the Caribbean when he was like, "I gotta drive dirt."
Yeah, I gotta drive dirt.
Yeah, I guess he said it's like a very specific type of sand that like you'll recognize on the show. I'm like, all right. I mean, it is pretty fine. Like, it's really like.
Did you touch it?
Like
super powder. I didn't open it. No, I haven't. I haven't opened it.
He's like, I'm not doing that.
It says Tatooine, so.
Yeah, right. And he spelled it out like. Hold on, let me make it bigger. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that,
bro. Like, wow, that is like perfect. Yeah, that's like.
Be kind of sad if they didn't have actual sand on the set of Tatooine.
It's just a big green screen. Welcome to Hollywood.
There you go, right?
Exactly.
They just threw the sand like last second as he was walking. They're like, just throw it behind him as he walks.
Just added in post.
That's it. No, that's awesome, man. Wow, that is so cool. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think any of us were. So thank you for that one, man.
It popped in my head.
Yeah, we can't top that. Freaking shut down the show.
Like,
we're done.
I'm like thinking like, oh my God. I'm just like, I'm like thinking, I'm like looking at my notes. I'm like, how do I even top pocket sand right now? Like, what do I even go to that? Like, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. But hey, at least we got it. That was cool. Dude, thank you so much for that one. That was cool. I mean, the fact that we actually got to have something from the set right now is like, I'll even take, like I said, sand. I'll take sand.
That's all we could probably get at this point.
At this point, right? At this point, no. So. But going back to the other stuff, like, yeah, I just, I wonder if it's gonna be something like a Dagobah type of a scene. That's what I wonder, if it's something like that, because that was one of the things that was mentioned there. Megan, do you? I'm not gonna ask, but like, do you have something? And I really
don't know.
Okay.
I just like anybody else here, I would be speculating about anywhere that you would go underwater. Probably not Tatooine, but
probably a planet we haven't heard of yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's so, it's like we think about it, like, like we only think about the planets that we know, but it's like there's a lot. Like, that's another thing too. Like, we're supposed to be getting Alderaan in this. Like, finally, like, we're gonna see that planet in this. So I'm kind of excited for that. What do you guys? Yeah, like, because I think we saw it like once in the Clone Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
in one episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think this would be like the first time live action that we would get it, because we're gonna
briefly at the end of episode 3.
Right.
Yes, we did, but we never got like
We never spent a lot of time on the planet, though. I'd really
we never
love
got a
to
story
explore
there.
it.
Yeah, because it's such a nice and not like you think about it, right? Like in Revenge of the Sith, like the end, like when you see Bail Organa holding young Leia, well, baby Leia, and it's like such a nice planet, kind of like Naboo. Like it's
Naboo.
Such beautiful planets.
Actually, in Leia's book, she actually says Naboo looks a lot like Alderaan. With a lot more mountains. I remember that description.
Yeah, so she describes it pretty well in the book, but it would be nice to finally see it.
Get it right. Let me ask you guys in the book, because again, I don't really read the books. I just kind of get like spark notes on it.
That's our specialty.
So I'll ask you guys, right? No, and this goes for anybody, but in the book, does it really specify like if there's like because when I think of like Alderaan, I also think of like waterfalls, kind of like Naboo again. Like I think is there waterfalls? Like is that kind of like
mountains, forests, like very lots of nature, lots of beautiful landscape, waterfalls, that kind of thing.
Okay, all right. So that's awesome to know. So I'm like super excited. Like all the more I want it now. I'm just like
there's an artist. His name is Jerry Vanderstel. And he does a lot of the Star Wars artwork, kind of pretty popular. And he did this rendition of Leia, kind of in a the tentative. What is it? The tentative 5, whatever. The ship that she's in.
Tantive.
The Tantive 4.
Tantive 4. What the heck? I'm like,
listen, I can't remember. I can't remember everything, bro. So I'm there with you.
So he did this beautiful interpretation of it, and it is very. He used big archways, like where she's standing, kind of similar to that in episode 2 where they're where they're having their date and stuff, where there's big archways.
Italy.
Oh, their cute little lunch or wherever their lunch.
Yeah, but it's like beautiful, like mountains and foresty, like flowers and stuff. So it's very cool.
I wonder if they did go to Italy to shoot any scenes.
That'd be so nice.
If they what?
Any of Kenobi, if they went to Italy, any.
That's a good. Well, talking. Okay, so they did go. If I'm not mistaken, they did go to England. I think they did go out there to film some stuff because they had filmed a couple scenes there with Andor. I forgot where in England, but
they have a studio there.
Yeah. They did film a scene or two out there, so it could have been that they maybe used something in Italy there. Depending, they could have maybe because it's not again it's all there, so they could have just went
close enough.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Like we would have gotten a leak or something if they were spotted in England,
on location in Italy.
And
actually,
then again, Italy was on shutdown, so they could have gotten a pass, and then no one saw them.
You're on. That's what I was just gonna ask you. I'm like, do we really think? Because at the same time, it's like some countries in Europe are closed or shut down, so that could have been something where they kind of like made a bargain, like all right, like we're again
sneak them in.
Like and think about it, it's not like a publicity country, a publicized country like that, so. How many you're not gonna have people really there, kind of like taking pictures, unless people on the set again, and that's the thing. You do have people on the set, so I wonder, are there people really taking pictures of this stuff? I mean, you have to wonder, right?
Yeah. I think the only good and bad part, I guess, is now with that new technology that they have for like the Mandalorian, they can pretty much go anywhere now just with that. That's 360.
That's what I wonder, and that's what I think about all the time. Is like when I see these leaks come out, I'm just like, why are we still going to places?
No.
Like I get it, you still have to. And Megan, maybe you can answer that. Why do we still if we have that technology? Why are we still traveling? Why are they still going?
Not as much. You'll see less and less. The fact that they didn't need to go to Jordan or Tunisia to shoot any of this, whereas that's where they've always gone for the desert scenes.
Yeah,
like it's already it's scaling down. In fact, I'm shocked they shot it in California at all. Everything shoots in Vancouver and Atlanta now. So they're really scaling back and trying to keep things really kind of tight and centralized. And I don't know if it has to do with the difficulty in traveling right now, or if it's the advancement of technology that means you don't have to go to locations. Everything can be on a green screen. I've shot some Disney shows here, and it was major green screen. Even when we had a set, they covered up the set with green screen because it looks better. So That's how we're going, people.
Yeah. So you think pretty soon they won't be traveling much more? Like this is just.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I bet that's far more expensive than shooting against a screen and having your artist slave labor fill it in later.
Well, I mean, with the Mandalorian, like you couldn't tell, like it was
it looks so good.
It did, and that's why, like, I wonder, it's like, because, like, again, how much money does that save you for paying, you know, a property or, you know, a company just to use that location? Like, again, going back to that pool scene, I mean, I'm sure, you know, again, they scratched their, I'm sure they've done work there anyway. They can just, you know, give them, you know, some, you know, money or whatever. But I'm just like,
the license you need to get for shooting fees at certain locations, a high school, it's probably not that much. If you were to have to close down, you know, a park or something. I know they've been shooting, I think, Mandalorian or Boba Fett at the Arboretum out here too. Boba Fett. So that's probably a lot bigger of a license fee than a high school. You see here,
they have it set. Then I mean, you don't see much going on, and I guess it's like you said, you don't really need, you know, you don't have to. What is it? The license you said, you know, pay for
like a location fee.
Yeah, I don't think it would be expensive, like you said, to use it for a high school like this, you know. And they closed it. I mean, as you see here, you know, they weren't playing, so I mean, it is cool.
And if it's only like 6 hours, I mean, that seems like, and I mean, I'm not in acting and stuff, but it seems like 6 hours would actually be a pretty small shot, right? Like the amount of setup.
If they only shot for 6 hours, that's insanely.
Oh, you're saying because of the time they had? Well, it could have just been that they had that for that, meaning like they had it for that day, like meaning the couple of days that they were there. Like the campus will be open before, but during those times for that, probably that week or whatever, they're going to be shut down at those times. So you can't, like, you know, go there and kind of use the pool or whatever, you know. But you know, again, there's so much to think about, so much to really wonder and ponder on, you know, for this. You know, I just think it's cool that they're really, you know, I think it's nice when they do use locations, because then it makes it kind of like,
it's so tangible.
Yeah, it's like, and then it holds sentiment, like especially like if you go to a school there, like when I was
where it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like I told you, I literally had, when I put out the video for it in the morning, I literally, like, this kid, I didn't even know of him, and he literally was like, dude, like I literally go to that school, like that's so crazy. He's like, he's like, I can't even believe it. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm like, bro, like I literally asked him, like, did you make it? He's like, no, man, like we're remote, I just missed it. And I'm like, oh man, you must be like, you must be so upset.
So close. But I think the one thing we can take away.
I'm sorry, but that's
who's racing.
I know, right?
The one thing we can take away is that we had been speculating, is this going to be Tatooine centric? Are they going to really have a small story that's just about this character and what he's up to? But no, I think we can definitively say now, with all these different locations and characters that are coming in, this is going to jump to all kinds of places around the galaxy, I'm guessing. So,
I mean,
it's going to be a big story.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. You have 6 episodes, hour long. You figure, I mean, it's not really an hour long. It'll probably be like maybe 50 minutes just because of credits.
20 minutes of credits.
Yeah. Oh, God. Don't get me started with that, please. Let's not get like Bad Batch type of a time. Don't do that. Don't give us 40 minutes and then like the last 20 minutes is just credit. Don't do that.
Straight
like
credits.
Especially with Kenobi, like, please don't do that. No,
and then like a sucker, you watch all 20 minutes because you're like, what if there's a scene in the middle?
Yeah.
At least the first time, right? The first time you watch it all the way through.
I'll be honest with you. I definitely, and we're going to make that transition to Boba in like a few, but you know that Book of Boba is definitely going to have a trailer at the end, like not a trailer, but like a little snippet of the Mandalorian or either Kenobi. I would say more the Mandalorian because it would make sense.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, that timeline. You know that because they did confirm that we are going to see, you know, Mando in that. So I definitely think there's going to be something at the end of that. What do you guys think?
And also watch the like at the end of like in the Mandalorian where they did the storyboards and the drawing and everything, they'll put Easter eggs in that because the episode before, it was
homework.
Yes, I know, because it was on the episode with
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Watch the credits.
Yes, on the episode with Ahsoka, so chapter 13, you see R2D2 in the artwork.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You do see him in the background. You see an astromech, blue, plain as day, R2D2, and then that was just a hint for what we saw at the end of. Because I was writing that, I was like, it's gonna be Luke. It's gonna be Luke. Because I see R2D2. You're like, no, that's just some random astromech. That's not. I was like, it's there the whole time. It was there the whole time.
You called it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's true, and that's why it's so true. You have to watch those like behind the scene things because they really do give you some Easter eggs there, and people really do miss out on them, you know. But it's like people like you, Mariah, that that sit there and narrow it down to the T and really put it there. So we
famous for predictions. I just know Filoni so well. Like he will put Easter eggs in this like plain as day, but everyone overlooks it.
Yeah,
because people will overlook it.
It is true. It is true. Now I want to talk about we spoke off for this before about Vader and stuff, but I want to get into that after. I want to talk to you guys about Asajj Ventress. And for two reasons. First off, I love her. She's a great character.
First point.
Very important. Yes, very, very important. No, but first point is like, again, she's a really good character. Very, very, very great character that I feel like deserves more credit and deserves more time on, TV. That's number one. Number two, I think, and you guys, I know that Dark Disciple is canon for now. I really believe she can possibly make it back into the Star Wars universe again, and I'll tell you why. And I'm gonna leak this here. I don't know if you guys got to hear about this. You guys have all seen, maybe I haven't. I'll be honest. I didn't see Star Wars Resistance. Do you guys know the tale behind that of what I'm about to say?
I've watched it all the way through.
Did you see? You saw the video that I put.
You're talking about the cartoon show?
Yes.
I did. Okay. Watch that. That was hard.
So Kevin knows what I'm about to say.
Make it through the trailer.
I know.
Difficult.
Oh damn, the trailer.
Okay, so here it is. So for that show, Asajj Ventress was actually supposed to fight Kylo Ren. We were supposed to get a fight with the two of them, but Dave Filoni scratched it because he didn't want the focus. Because if she would have popped up in that show, that would have knocked off Dark Disciple, and that show would have been done, like the main focus of the main
that's
character.
all anyone would talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
But Filoni was fiddling with the idea with the writers and everything that it was possible that they were going to bring her back. They scratched it. Now, what I'm thinking, and again, guys, you could chime in. I think eventually, somewhere along the line, maybe not now because it's still a little fresh with, Clone Wars Season 7 and Bad Batch, but I think she'll find her way back. You guys can take the floor now.
I would like to see. I'd like to see it if it didn't completely botch Dark Disciple, because I like Dark Disciple.
Yeah.
I see Mariah thinking.
They could do that, okay, with the what if, for instance, second, with Cal, and then there's that night sister that he has with him. What is her name?
Merrin.
They could do something and make her bring back the Night Sisters. That way, bringing Asajj back to life. That's the only way she will. To keep Dark Disciples canon, that would be the only way for them, because she is the last Night Sister, and they can bring people back to life because we saw them basically. Yeah. I mean, they brought Maul back to life, so they can just do something with that. So that's some kind of voodoo magic that she does. That's the only way they can make it canon.
I know you were gonna say something, Gabe, and I want to throw this at you guys. What if this, and I like your pitch, Mariah. I do. This is another one too. And again, there is no right or wrong, and I want to hear your guys. This was my theory on my video. What if they sat there and went back? Because again, we know Quinlan Vos is still alive. Even in the comics, he's still alive. And I think it's the Vader Down comics that he's there, that he ends up dying at the hands of Vader. So that's later on. I'm thinking what they can do is, because remember, she became a bounty hunter. You know, that was where she was after, you know, in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
What if they tell that story from there and she doesn't die and they kind of continue? Because remember this, Cad Bane was supposed to die. Just that was the script. That was what was supposed to be. And they ended up knocking that off and changing it now. And now, you know,
he's still gonna die. He's gonna die by Boba in the Book of Boba. They're just they just pushed it back.
I think so too. I definitely think so too. But I
wouldn't liked it if Hunter killed him, because it's like
that is true. That is true.
You can't kill Cad Bane. Come on.
But I guess my question is, if they can keep him alive and change it up, why wouldn't it's an easy? I mean, this one's very easy to fix. I mean, all you have to do is just go off the book, and that would just turn into Legends, correct? If it would, they would go.
Yeah, and they've done it a million times, so that the books aren't sacred to them at all.
Right.
So I don't think that that's a concern. I think the fact that if, as you say, he was toying with the idea of bringing her back for that show means that she's on his mind.
Yes.
She's still an option. She's still a player on the board. And maybe he felt this wasn't the right vehicle to do that. This wasn't the right place and time and other characters to put her against to bring her back. But if he had the intention to put her back into the story, I think that intention is still there. He's just looking for the right spot.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't Resistance.
Yeah, no, it was not.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Thank
goodness.
As
much, I watched it all the way through, and towards the end of it, I liked it more. Like towards the end, like when they had the second season, but not. Yeah, it wasn't. It's at the bottom of my list still.
Gabe, what do you think? Because I saw you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, I think what we know is that like Filoni really like attaches to his characters, you know, and especially
because that's his character,
You know what I mean, from Clone Wars, and so I'm sure he'll figure out a way to do it.
Could you imagine though that fight of Kylo and her? Like, that would be like on another level.
How would that even go? Kylo would just lose in 5 seconds, like he always does.
Yeah.
I think about that. Like, how does Kylo, I wonder, like in the room, like what were they thinking? First off, like it's cool. Like, listen, it's cool that they toyed around with the idea. I like it because it confirms, at least for myself and others, like, you know, that Asajj is there, like she's in, you know, his mind, you know, and I just don't understand how that fight could have happened, because
my only thing is
so
maybe
far
he
ahead.
he did that, was throwing that out there because he knew like that show was so boring, so he's like, let me try to spice it up somehow.
Yeah,
I mean, she could have survived, because their species could survive a long time, you know. So I mean, it doesn't really, I don't think time has to do with it, because I know, Kevin, you were saying maybe she could have been like the time.
Yeah,
I don't think that time. I think it's just more the fact of kind of like what all you guys said is just, you know, is it the right show? Would it really, like, honestly, if they're gonna bring her back, I mean, I would say it here, Bad Batch
they would just bring her back just to kill her again, because like in the original Clone Wars, remember, she dies by Anakin.
Right.
So Anakin kills her. So they would just probably, if they did bring her back, say for instance in Kenobi, then she would fight Darth Vader and just be killed again.
Die again.
Yeah.
Right.
Die again.
What about a flashback? Remember we were talking about flashbacks and all that. So I mean,
ooh, like a Clone Wars flashback, and you see her fighting like Ahsoka and Anakin and them. Oh my gosh, I want this scene to happen.
I am so down for flashbacks.
Right.
Flashbacks necessary.
Well, let's talk about that.
I just want to see the armor. That's all I want to see.
I know. And getting into flashbacks, let's talk about it. Vader coming to Boba. What this one was like, oh man, when I was reading this was like super cool. You know, they're talking about, you know, with Vader, plenty of flashbacks with Book of Boba. That's
but we talked about this. Are they trying to put Vader in everything now? Is this
Wait a minute. I am not mad. I don't mind it. You know why? No, you know why? Because for me, I feel like they're so scared to touch Vader. Like, you could give this character his own movie, TV show. Like there's so like again the comics. There's so much story behind Vader that you can get before the original trilogy, and it's like why are you? And we've said it I think here before too. Like why are they so scared? Like again, he is he is Iron Man. Like he is the front center of Star Wars. Why are you so scared to touch him? Are you scared because you're gonna devalue his character? Like I mean, like you've had him in other TV shows and other things like little cartoons or whatever. So what does it really matter? Like you're not gonna derail him as a character. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't know.
They absolutely could though. They could introduce elements that really take away from his mystique and intimidation. So they got to be very careful what situations they put him in and how he comes out of them.
It would make sense though for them to do a flashback with Boba, just in the sense of how did he become part, because Vader knew his reputation.
Yeah, there seems to be a connection there, or like a history there.
But it just makes me think where everyone keeps saying like, oh, we want a Vader spinoff or a Vader background. It just reminds me of that meme of like Obi-Wan yelling at Anakin, like the whole prequels was your spinoff.
There you go. Yeah.
The whole trilogy is your spinoff.
The whole trilogy is you, bro. Come on, man. Let me just get a TV show. 6 episodes. What's that gonna do, right? I mean, you had the whole. I mean, come on. The last one was named after you. The Rise of Skywalker. It's your last name. Oh my gosh. No, but I like it. I think the whole thing with Empire, it being between Empire and Return of the Jedi, I think is pretty cool. The fact that the show is heavily going to be based off of flashbacks, I think is nice. And they did talk about a color change in his armor. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Gabe, I want to ask you because obviously I know you own everything. And what if they change the color to the armor?
You're gonna have to buy a new set of
I know. I have to start
all the new functions.
No,
the new cosplays. Dupree's gonna have to get a new cosplay.
So is that a like confirmed thing that it's between Empire and Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
So the Book of Boba is gonna take place in that?
Well, no. It's the flashbacks are gonna take place in that.
Flashbacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would hope that the flashbacks would be post Return of the Jedi, right? Because we want to see how he survived the Sarlacc pit. Want to see, all that.
I honestly, so they are going to touch on that. For that series, it's just going to touch heavily on flashbacks. Like, again, like you said, how he survived. And again, like, his relationship with Vader, again, I would. And then
it would probably be ending with him in control of now the Hutts. And then joining in with.
Yeah.
I can see him helping. I just have a feeling this is how Book of Boba was going to end is Mando's going to come in to Boba and be like, we're taking back Mandalore. And he's like, okay, we're going. They're going to war and they're going to take over Mandalore.
And then it ends and then season 3 starts.
3 of the Mandalorian. Yeah.
Like he's going to come in and say, I need your help. And he's like, what are we doing? Like, we're going to war and he's going to suit up.
So I'll give you guys a little I guess, and I don't know if it was supposed to be.
Oh wait! Everybody, come close! Come on, gather around.
I don't know if it was an accident or whatever. But so in collection wars, we had Tony McVeigh, who is the sculptor of Salacious Crumb, and he actually sculpted Salacious Crumb right there.
He's like, there he goes.
There he is.
So Tony McVeigh also sculpted a bunch of stuff for Return of the Jedi, but he's been one of the key sculptors for the Mandalorian. So he sculpted the Gamorrean fighters, and in fact, the Regal robot piece that they made is actually a direct cast from his maquette. He also sculpted the Baby Yoda for this show. So he took the artwork and he actually did the sculpture for the Baby Yoda. So, anyways, we had him on the show. We were talking about Mandalorian and stuff like that. And he actually, and I don't know if it was a slip up or something, but he said he was working on Mandalorian season 4. And to me, that was just like, I was like, wait a second. Like, did everybody catch that he just said that he's working on Mandalorian season 4? So, yes. And again, you got to remember what his role in Star Wars and in Lucasfilm is. He's kind of the early on maquette maker, right? He's the one who's sculpting these.
He just leaked. If he leaks season 4, then he probably won't be working on it very much longer. No. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, Gabe, you're actually safe because there's been speculation with that show that in season 4 they're supposed to be changing the name. So they're supposed to do 3 seasons of Mando, and season 4 would be right. They would change the name because
did he sign on for like 3 more years, so making it like 6 seasons total. I heard something about it being 5 seasons. Okay.
Right. So what I'm thinking is gonna happen with those the last 2, because he's gonna be 3, so then 2 more years. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is that it would be called, like they were saying, it could possibly be, the show could be called, going back to what you were saying, Mariah, where Boba and him would take back Mandalore. It could be called, the Mandalore show or something like, or the Mandalore. Instead of the Mandalorian, it'd be the Mandalore. Yeah. So it could touch on that and talk about those things.
The Mandalorians.
Yeah. Right. It could be. You never know. So that's why, like, I think what he was saying is there is truth to it. I just don't think that at that point it would be called the Mandalorian, because again, Pedro Pascal they're trying to lessen his role, and he's gonna kind of come on, like he's gonna be periodically on it, not like the way he is now, because they're gonna set up that show for other things. They have a whole bunch of plans from like things that I've read about, talked to people that know about the show as well. Like they have big plans for that. So what you just said, I mean, it's so much facts to that.
I mean, yeah, and like I said, it could have been maybe he meant season 3, but I mean, he definitely seen
water scene. We talked. Water scene on Tatooine. We I don't know about water.
Inside of a water evaporator.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I guess I could get you. Let's talk about that, right? So that's another thing. Like, there's so much news out there. Like, I didn't even think of that. Them now wanting to change up the name of the Mandalorian after season 3. What could they what could they do? Like, what could they talk about? Really, like, what could they go off of? And I guess I'll throw it to you, Megan. What do you think? Or Jasmine, what do you guys think?
Take it, sexy too.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm not exactly sure what to expect. I don't even know if I have too many speculations, but I have been thinking a lot about how you said that they're setting up for other things.
Yeah.
So I wonder if what they're going to do with the future seasons is maybe it's kind of like the in between the other stuff that they are helping set up for. So like if everything's going on with like Ahsoka, Thrawn, whatever, and then at some point like Mando's kind of like Forrest Gumping through it. That's kind of what if that happens? They already wrote a book about Forrest Gumping it in space. So I'm like, okay, what if they do that for the show? Kind of like to help set things up, like he's just kind of Forrest Gumping it.
I love that analogy. Forrest Gumping it
pops up in like different scenes in the other shows.
Yeah,
I like Mariah's idea that Mandalorian and Boba Fett builds towards the same ending and then combines into one show.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes,
with like a much bigger stake.
So going to what you were talking about, Mariah. So they did say for the book of Boba, it's either Boba or the Mandalorian, that there's supposed to be a really big fight scene with a whole bunch of Mandalores.
So it's gonna be Mandalorian. I'm telling you, the battle of Mandalore.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like leaking. I'm like saying a whole bunch, but I mean, I've said it already. So it doesn't
they're going to have to fight because Mando and Bo are going to have to fight.
Yeah.
For the.
But who's in charge of Mandalore? Like
that's what I wonder too. Like, first off, before we get into that, Gabe. How awesome is it going to be to see? Yes, we are getting Mandalore. To see Mandalore in live action. Like, I still think about it. I'm like, that's a cool planet to see in live action because it kind of reminds me of Coruscant a little bit.
I would cry. That'd be amazing.
Like,
it has to be the Pikes.
You think the Pikes? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It has to be like something with the Empire and the Pikes, kind of like keeping it, and they have to be holding that as a strong suit because they said like they believe that it's destroyed or something that they can't. It's cursed. So there's something going on there.
Mariah, I want to ask because I know you're heavy on this character from the past. You were, and I think you know who I'm talking about. But I want to ask you: do you think Moff Gideon plays a part with Mandalore?
I mean, he's with them right now, knocked out. Remember, they have him prisoner.
No. But what I'm saying is, prior to that, what do you? Because again, he got the darksaber, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He sold it.
Right, but do you think that he went to Mandalore and maybe took over or something? Do you think?
Oh yeah, he definitely was because he was the governor, I guess, the Moff of Mandalore.
Yeah,
and he was there because that's what Mando said. He was there on the Night of 1,000 Tears, so he was the governor or Moff. I don't even know what a Moff is, but
I think of a Moff, like honestly.
Yeah, Moff, he was the Grand Moff or something over Mandalore. So he basically his scepter, his thing was.
I had to ask you because I know you love Moff Gideon.
So. I do. First of all, I love the actor. Like,
Giancarlo Esposito is amazing. Such a great character. Such a great guy. Literally.
But I do think it has a lot to do with that, and I think what's going to happen. They're obviously going to hold him prisoner, and I think he's just going to be kind of like that side mocking character the whole time while they're fighting and can't get their shit together. So he's just going to be there.
Commentary.
Right.
That reminds me of the first time I ever actually saw him in anything was in the show Community. And his character did something kind of like that, where they're trying to fight, and he's just kind of mocking them from the side.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's why where it came from. They have to do homage to that.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I mean, like I think about it, like, because I mean, he has to play such a big part. And I think, and going back to, what Mandalorian in general and the name change, like I think about it and I thought about it too, like as we were talking, we still have to get a story on Grogu. Like we still, like I totally forgot about it. And I'm like, maybe that sets up something for himself, and maybe they can this will be the opportunity for them to really touch on, again, we know they're going to touch on the Luke's Jedi Academy. We know they're going to do all that.
Are they? Do we know that?
Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They are going to talk about that. In the Mandalorian,
I think we're going to see him again.
I don't think we're going to see much of it, but I think we're going to see because that was one of the that's been swirled around a lot. Is the whole Jedi Academy of Luke. I think you're going to get a little bit. I don't think it's going to because again, Rian Johnson came out and said that he wants to direct the episode when they because again, they took the guy. I know. I'm not going to get into that, but. They did hire the guy, I don't know if you guys remember, but they hired the guy who did the deepfake, the YouTuber Shamek.
Yes, I saw that.
So they're not gonna just hire him for just one scene. They're gonna hire him for a whole bunch of stuff. So I think that you're gonna get more. I think you are gonna get more of a younger Luke, and that's why I definitely. How much I have no idea. Because they do have a lot of deleted like scene footage that they were gonna use for the sequels that they never got to use. And that was one of the things that they were going to use because this show was supposed to be the setup to the sequels, but just changed up a little bit because that was before it came out and everything. That was like one of the talks. And at the beginning of this year in February or March, they released that they were going to use this to kind of like, I don't want to say reboot. I don't want to say reboot or retcon, but they were just
recontextualize. I was
right.
Like what the Clone Wars did for the prequels,
right?
Correct, right. So I think that that's what they're going to use this show.
Give more backstory. There we go.
Yes. So that's why, like like when we see Luke and we see the whole Academy burning and all that, I think we're gonna get into that. We might see a Kylo Ren. We might see because another thing is I want to talk about. Did we?
If we don't, be really upset because they're gonna miss their opportunity.
Right.
Well, I don't want it to be a little scene in the Mandalorian. Yeah. That should have its own show. There should be a Jedi Academy show
or the Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren.
I was just going to get into that.
Right.
So I do want to. Did you guys? Okay, so talking about that before we do get into it, did you guys see? And this is going to be the setup for this, and we'll talk about it. Did you guys see the Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales trailer?
Yes.
Oh God, Mike, don't tell me you didn't see it.
I've not seen that.
Megan, your man is in it. How could you have not?
Wait, what?
Wait. we're gonna watch it now because it's gonna touch on what Gabe just said.
So my glasses. Hold on.
Guys, put on your glasses and make sure you put them. All right, so are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? All right, let's go.
I got a bad feeling about this. What is this place? Castle Vader, the galaxy's first all-inclusive luxury theme resort.
Feel the power of the dark side at the Empire Emporium. Now open.
Within these walls lies tales almost too terrifying to tell. Would you like to hear them?
Was that lightning inside? Oh, that's a big one!
The legendary tales of the Sith speak of the thirst for power.
Oh no. Join us then and take what you want.
Will you please? This isn't fun!
The devotion of the undead. And submitted for your approval. A tale of desire.
I wish I was a pilot. Join the Imperial Academy.
I will train you.
Oh, yeah!
Is that really what happened?
No, it's not. Be afraid! Be very afraid!
So, what do you think?
A little on the nose is what I think.
Everyone gets scared, kid. Without fear, you can't have courage.
Here's B14961138.
I just see Megan's face, like, and I see.
Are they on crack? What is this?
That was interesting.
Hold up.
That is cool.
So you guys, okay, I know you guys want to dissect it or you want to talk about it or something.
I'm just so excited. It's so cute. I am such a fan of Lego.
I'm not a Lego guy. But
I love Lego so much. I have almost every single Lego game for PS4 and a lot of them for PS3. So whenever someone's like, cool, you're an adult that plays video games, I'm like, no, I'm really not. I play Lego.
But do you see how you guys saw the Knights of Ren?
Yeah.
So,
I think it would have been better if they would have just did like an actual, for me, an actual like animated show, kind of like a what if, because what it kind of feels like a what if kind of story.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, so Boba Fett says here if it's going to be canon. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't really know much about it because
I think the Lego stuff is canon.
It is, right?
Is it canon or is it kind of like extended universe canon?
It's canon, but what they're doing is just telling you a story. So these are Poe is actually listening to these stories, but obviously what that is, it's kind of like
Palpatine though, and it's not really. Some of it is not true.
I mean, it's kind of like a what if. I mean,
it's what it is. It's like kind of like
it is. It is. Oh, so we have a special guest today. He is hopping on here. So there he goes. Alpha Ignition. What's up, John?
Hey.
What's going on, dude? Thank you for hopping on. Hopefully we get Dupree on too. He's fashionably late.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what happened? Dupree told me it was at 6. So.
He said it was at 6.
Sabotage! Wow.
Wait, he put it. Wait, no, but he put it on because I saw he put it on his post at 5 p.m. I put 8 p.m. because 8 p.m. my time is 5 p.m. your time. But all right, it's all good, man. It's all good. It happens. It happens. But well, welcome to the show, dude. Thank you for hopping on. I really do appreciate it. Before we kind of keep going into it, just I guess let everybody know your name and what you do.
Oh, what up? My name is John. I work on props, sort of, a little bit here and there.
Gabe is like,
yeah, he does, and we're gonna have to have a little conversation because
I saw you at Disneyland. I was with my kid.
Oh yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, and you're like,
you made my day. By the way, because I always joke around with my family. I'm like, because they're like, oh, you and your TikTok and your YouTube. I was like, somebody said hi to me, and she's like, yeah, right.
That's so
for real.
This show always brings everybody together, which I love. We've always had that here where, like, you know, we people that didn't even know each other or they didn't even know they saw each other always end up seeing each other somehow. But that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, we definitely need to talk about some of those Bad Batch helmets that you're making because
for sure.
Just saying. I mean, we got some space here. We can move some stuff around. You know,
Gabe is simping right now. I could see it. I could see he's like, I'm simping over those.
You do a good job, man. They're great.
Thank you. Yeah, right on.
Do you have anything that you could show, if you don't mind, before we do continue? Maybe just for people watching, so they can really be in love with. Because I know you do some good stuff.
I don't have anything in this room right now, but
You're fine then.
I mean, I can go and grab a couple helmets or something.
Yeah, bro, sure. We're talking about right now. Did you get to see the Lego, the Jedi Tales? Did you get to see that? The Terrifying Tales?
I have not. No.
Okay. So when you come back, and
my goodness. Okay.
About it.
Lots of opinions. All right.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me just leave you.
Not a problem, bro. You're good. Yeah, we could stare at your ceiling. No worries, bro. There we go.
All right.
He'll be back after these messages. Yeah, if only we had commercial breaks here. We need to start doing that, Mariah and guys, everybody here. We need to start doing commercial breaks. We'll be back after these messages. No, but oh my God. I know. So did you guys get to see? Oh, we have here. Oh, there we go. Yes, the Couture remake. We will talk about. There's so much to talk about, honestly, and we're just
we're trying to get a PS5, man.
I know, bro. It's just so hard. I mean, I do have on Twitter that the restock thing, like that, they're always like putting up. You know, they're always putting up like the restock notifications and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in Avengers Endgame, it was 2025, and he's still playing the PS4. So,
good point.
2025, we still can't get the PS5.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
it's so hard. It's so hard. But what's going on, Edward? Welcome. What's going on, Mid Ohio? What's good, dude? Oh, there he goes. All right, there we go. We could show that.
Yeah. So I mean, sorry, my camera's slipping.
Yeah.
Just a couple of helmets I worked on. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, man. It's more than what I could do. I can't even think about building it.
Let me see. Yeah, just some helmets that were in the room next door. I have some more stuff in my garage, and I have costumes.
If you don't mind, could you get those things in your garage too? No, I'm kidding, bro.
He's
I'm kidding.
Set up a nice backdrop for us, please.
He's like, yeah. No, that's awesome stuff, bro. That is so cool, man. Yeah, no, you do a lot of awesome stuff for the community, man. And you know, from myself, you know, getting to meet you for the first time and conversating with you, you know, thank you, bro. Really.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Thanks for the kind words. And thanks
no, bro. No, anytime, dude. Any friend of Dupree is always family. You know, Dupree is family here, so we always, you know, we appreciate that.
Until he tells you the wrong time to start.
Yeah.
As if he's never been on this show before.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, you're right, Mariah.
The time changed tonight.
Yeah, right. We changed timing. You know, knowing that Rob, you know, is on the East Coast and you know he does have work at like 5 in the morning. Yeah, no, it's all good. But we love Dupree. No, but so right now we're talking about the terrifying tales that we had from, you know, that got released to us from Lego Star Wars, Lucasfilm, obviously. We got to see a little. We're talking about the whole thing with like the Mandalorian. Yeah. So we were talking about that. We got to see, you know, the Knights of Ren, which I thought was really, really cool. So, you know, it being canon or not, I think Mariah, we were saying it too. I think it's canon, like you said. I think it's just telling tales, but from a different point of view or perspective from Palpatine, because we did get that image where, or I'm sorry, that clip where, you know, the character is like, is that true? And Poe's like, no, that's not true. That's not it. So I'm thinking personally, you know, we're going to get something with the Knights of Ren eventually. Because if they're doing it through Lego Star Wars, like, which I think is, I'll be honest, I'm kind of annoyed at that. Because they need to do that in live action. Like,
yeah,
I think it's like so not fair that they're putting it in Lego Star Wars. Because we got it in the comics. I don't know if you guys got to read the Ben Solo story. Like, John, how awesome is it? So awesome.
It's great. It's like his origin story. And, it shows you who Ren is and stuff. And,
yeah, right. It shows you who Ren is and the Knights. And I literally think we should get that soon. And you guys could comment, like, what are you thinking? Because I think these little Lego things are like always like little teasers. That's what I feel like they are.
It's all in good fun. I don't think it builds the actual backstory for anything. It's just kind of a goofy, good time. And I'm always for more Poe.
Weren't canon, right?
Oh, what happened?
No, that's what we were trying to figure out. Is it canon or not?
I heard it wasn't.
Okay.
I think what kind of like what because they did that Christmas special with the holiday special.
I heard it was funny. It
was funny, but it's kind of like it's canon, but it's not. It's just kind of like the visions coming up. Yeah, it's not canon, but if you go into it thinking these are the stories, like for instance, we're watching their holodramas. We're watching like stories that they are telling each other. So they're like their fantasy, their holodramas, like I said, that we're watching. So it can be canon I'm just coming from because where I'm a Marvel fan, everything's canon in Marvel.
Multiverse.
I gotta ask $1 million question. Has everybody seen the What Ifs here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you guys enjoying that?
I haven't watched all of them. I
haven't seen the last one.
Yeah.
They're really good. The third episode I cried. I was like, oh.
They're very dark. Like
I like
we'll
them.
talk. We'll have a little moment from Marvel in a little bit. We'll talk about Marvel
corner.
Yes, we'll have a Marvel corner. The Marvel corner. No, but but I wonder with this, with season 4 being confirmed by Gabe.
Not me.
No, not me, man. Come on, man. I'm still trying to grow on YouTube. He's like, no. No, but it's been said anyway. I mean, they were thinking of doing. They were supposed to have 5 seasons. I just think after this one, the last 2 are gonna get changed, and we might see the Knights of Ren. I think at the end of that Mandalorian's show, once it's at its end, I think we might get the Knights of Ren. What are your thoughts, John?
I mean, anything's possible. Dave Filoni likes to throw curveballs at people, and Knights of Ren aren't anything old; they're sort of new. But he loves to grab stuff from legends that people love, and tuck it in somewhere nicely where it fits perfectly. So I mean, could be. I wouldn't mind it. I'd love to see more of them. More action, more Knights of Ren fighting.
Yeah, because I wonder, and that's and again, going back to the whole thing with we were talking before about Grogu, could you, because this has to lead up obviously into the First Order, it has, they don't have that much time before it touches the First Order, the beginning of the Force Awakens. So I wonder, is Grogu still alive? And until that point, because I think they're gonna have a scene, I think we're gonna get that scene of the Jedi Academy burning down. And I think somehow it's gonna end, and we're gonna know if Grogu does survive. If he survived Order 66, I definitely think he survived that. I don't. Yeah,
because Mando makes that promise to saying that we will meet each other again. That was the very last thing he said to her. So I think that's a foreshadow of saying, okay, we're gonna see them come up together, and he's basically nodding, saying that he's gonna survive whatever's gonna happen.
And Ben Solo's alive right now, right? At this point in time, so he's 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 or 5, because this is 5. No, this is 6 years. So yes, he would be 5.
Yeah.
So he's around. Okay.
Right. So if they do a little what is it, a time jump or whatever, time skip, whatever they call it, if they do that again into that Jedi Academy, it could be or it could be where Ben is still young, and possibly Grogu, gets his training and then leaves. Maybe leaves before Ben comes into the picture. Could be that too.
Well, he goes off. I think he goes and joins pretty
young, right?
Well, probably about 7, probably 7 or 10. He goes off because they start. He, like Leia says, that he lets him go with Luke. So if they did a time,
that New York.
Yeah, my bad. I live right off the main road.
You're good.
But if he goes off, so about this time he'd be 5. So if they did a little time jump of 2 years or maybe another year, he'd be at the perfect age to be at a Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Because Luke was 19 when he started his training. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the crazy part is again, you're gonna get Luke because again, Rian Johnson said he wants to direct that one. He wants to be a part of that one. He wants to be on board for that episode. So I see everybody here smiling, excited for that one.
Oh yeah!
I know all you guys are gonna be happy, tearing up when that one comes out.
He lost his chance of making fun of us. So,
but you know what's crazy though? I mean, again, you know, Dave Filoni was on the set of The Last Jedi, so you know, he owes Rian Johnson a little favor. He owes him something.
Probably.
I don't know. I think Rian Johnson owes us everything. We gave him a chance. He messed up. He owes all the fans.
And then called us names. So
that is true. Yeah, he did.
And Dave Filoni's all about fan service. And if he knows how to read a room, like I would hope he doesn't give him another chance.
I agree to a certain extent with that one, Gabe. I'm gonna have to disagree just a tad bit with Dave Filoni with that one. I just I don't know.
Unless he does it, but make sure that turns out awesome, just to subvert our expectations.
It could be
to redeem him.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be a redemption story. I mean, would you guys be okay with the redemption story?
Oh, you mean like with him? Like
With Rian Johnson.
Just a documentary of this Rian Johnson's redemption story.
Oh my God! It was the year 2017 when. No, I'm kidding.
Give him another chance.
Give him another chance. Come on, sign this man up. Come on.
Well, I guess we could because Bryce Dallas Howard did great with her. A lot of people didn't like her first episode that she did, and they loved. I love it. The one that she introduced the Dutch. What was it? The Duchess.
Yes.
Was that her episode? Episode 3.
The Heiress.
Heiress.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. No.
And I mean, people were talking so much crap about her dad too. You know, about her dad. Filming doing the Solo, right?
Yeah.
Well, he did half a Solo because the first director got fired, so she came in and did the second half.
They refilmed the whole thing.
Right.
For Solo.
Yeah. There was not very much left of it from the original.
I know.
I loved it. I actually really like Solo.
I do too.
I watch it.
I like Solo. Like, I feel like it's it's such a good movie. Like, it's funny. It's great.
It
was
was good. Yeah.
And I still can't wait. Like, a lot of people are sleeping. I know me and Dupree talk about it like off of this a lot. Like, I feel like people are sleeping on Lando, like the TV show, like the series that we're getting on Disney Plus. That's gonna be a really good one. Like, I think now, and also like the
you need to hurry up and fill it
Rian
because
Johnson.
I know, right?
I mean,
he's getting older.
Oh, you're talking about
Billy D. Williams.
Well, no, it would be Childish Gambino that they would cast for him. Yeah, because it would be a young Lando from after Solo. Because that's the thing they're also talking about is Kira, because she's making a big push now with the comic book Crimson. What is it, Crimson Reign? Like I love her character, and I'll say it to this day, I'm still dying to see her go to Dathomir to meet Darth Maul. I am dying to see that. Like, oh my gosh!
Yeah, because Emilia Clarke and seeing that would actually I had high hopes that we would get a Solo too, because the way it ended, the way Solo ended, I was like, okay, the second one's awesome. So they should have just went ahead and went through with it, because even if it was mediocre, the second one would have been.
I just think that, you know what it is. I think I'm not here to knock on whoever, Kathleen Kennedy, whoever it may be. I just felt like they were just like, well, we didn't get the numbers we wanted for this, and it's kind of dumb because, again, going to what you said, Mariah, like, they actually set up, like, if they were gonna do a Solo 2, they set it up perfect. Like, even though the first, like, Solo whatever to them bombed, this would have been like, I don't understand that. You said something so beautifully with anything with, like, seeing Darth Maul. First of all, like, that lightsaber he has is amazing. I love that lightsaber he has in Solo. Freaking amazing. Oh my gosh.
It's the Rebel saber.
It's awesome. I freaking love it. It's my favorite saber, and I think Corbin sells it, and I can't wait to. Whenever I get money, it's like I think like $1,300, and I can't wait to buy it. But one day I'll be there. One day when I have the money, I'll buy it cash. But I think and Kira's story is really, really good too. Like, that's the thing a lot of people forget. Her story is really good, and if they follow that with the Lando series, I think that they can bring that up somehow.
Well, I think this is a good sampling, and it kind of proves that the movie really wasn't that bad. It may have been more of a mediocre Star Wars film, but we've had worse. I think it fell at a really difficult time because of what had just happened.
The Last Jedi,
and because Last Jedi had, because there was a Star Wars movie 3 months before that, and it was The Last Jedi.
Right.
So I think that the results were very unfair. I think had this come out before Last Jedi or after a different movie, even 3 months after a different movie, it would have done better, and we could follow this story because it's really not that bad.
You know what? Actually, for me, the reason why I didn't like Solo, because I wanted a Kenobi instead. And now that I know that we're getting, I remember sitting and thinking, like, I don't need a Solo. I want Kenobi. And now that I know that,
with you, girl.
And then
I wanted a Kenobi movie so bad.
So bad. I was so mad. I was literally mad at them for announcing Solo. I was like, we don't need a Solo backer. We know his story, know how it ends. I want Kenobi. And now that I know that I'm getting Kenobi, I can go back and appreciate Solo because I'm a brat.
You know what's another sleeper character is that Emphas Nest character. I think that's another
that whole
one.
Gang.
That whole gang, that's something I think they should definitely
There's
expand
a lot
on.
of potential there.
There is. And you know what's funny? Today, like I told you guys, today was my first day back at work. I went remote literally all year last year, and I got to talk to he's not a big Star Wars fan, but he does like Star Wars. And he's an OT guy, he's an older guy. And it was funny because he was just telling me, like, literally, he actually didn't, I asked him what his thoughts are on just Star Wars currently. And he's like, I like the original trilogies, the prequels. He was like, and then he was just like, literally with the sequels, he's like, I didn't even bother. I said, I respect it again. And whoever does like it, I'm not knocking them, whatever the case may be. This was a conversation that I just had with somebody. And, it was interesting because he was like, he doesn't understand why they keep, he doesn't understand the need to touch on characters that their stories have been told already. He's like, what they need to focus on is, welcome back, John. Welcome back.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. It happens all the time, honestly. It happens to a lot of us here, so you're good, bro. Yeah, he was just saying, he really doesn't understand why they're touching on, because it's like we already know their story. Even if we don't know like the beginning, we still know of them, and it's like, do we really need to go back and touch on the beginning of them? Like, can't you just bring new characters and talk about, newer things? Why touch on the past?
Because no one in Hollywood knows how to try to
make anything original.
Anything original. They cannot. They always have to do remakes of everything.
They're like, what already has a built-in fan base? Okay, let's do that. But I think it might be maybe it's an old person thing, like the generation that grew up on the OT.
Yeah.
And the more that you tell us about those characters, the more chance that you ruin them. And I almost think that Darth Vader suffered from the prequels. As much as I love a space opera, Darth Vader was so intimidating and mysterious, and you just did not know what he was capable of. But then to go back and show us him as kind of like an awkward, whiny kid and a teenager, and you're just like, oh, that's Vader? Okay. The more
I think that's why the Clone Wars kind of like
Clone Wars I think helped.
Had to build it back up.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing that with all the other characters, you're going to tell us stuff we didn't want to know, and that takes away from this, idea that we had of them based on what little we did know.
And I think, go ahead, Gabe.
Oh no, I was gonna say, so in like kind of like the circle of collector friends and stuff, and on the show that we do, it is actually Lee. He's one of them. We're kind of the OT guys. We're really all about OT.
That's your guy, Lee.
Yeah. Lee's my buddy.
Lee,
Yeah.
What's up, Lee?
And so we're a lot of us are into OT, and a lot of the older collectors, obviously, they're in their 50s. They won't even touch the sequels. They won't touch the prequels. They won't touch it. But the one movie they all agree on is Rogue One.
Because it was original character.
Because it's original, exactly. They didn't touch
you can
the
do whatever
characters.
you want to with them.
I like to call that the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars.
Yeah. They sprinkled a little bit of Star Wars in there, obviously Stormtroopers, Death Star, but it was an original Star Wars film.
It was, and it was. It leads like I'm not 50.
I'm not saying him. Me and Lee are the younger one.
Dude, he took that one, bro. He was like, "Yo, I'm not 50, bro. Come on."
But what you were saying, that's totally true. My mom is the same way. My mom and my dad, they saw the original Star Wars, and then they saw Phantom Menace, and they were like, "This is stupid." Like they were just like they were totally out of it, and from there they didn't even watch the Attack of the Clones or Empire, and they're just like, "This is silly." I mean, obviously it's for kids, so they just remember the original Star Wars. So I don't even think they've seen the sequels. I don't even think. I think my mom.
Do they even know the sequels exist, Mariah?
Well, yes, because my mom took me to Batuu, and she saw that, and she knew like the Millennium Falcon and everything. But I think Kylo Ren. I don't think she knows who Kylo Ren is, but she knows who Rey is because of me, because of where I cosplay.
Right. Okay.
But I don't think she knows what her name is. I think she just thinks that knows that she's a Jedi.
Okay.
Okay, my mom.
All the Jedi, in fact.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. She is all the Jedi.
My mom was like, "Is this a character?" Yeah, it's fine. But I remember her saying, like, because she saw the stormtroopers walking around. She goes, "Oh, they look different." I said, "She's like, are these the Disney stormtroopers?"
Yes, Mom. Yes.
That's what she said. She was like, "Oh, these Disney stormtroopers, it's like they're fancy." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what they are, Mom."
But you know what's funny? Like going back to what Lead said, like, oh no, not the 50 part. Sorry, not that one. No, what he said about Rogue One, and this is what we were saying before. I think me and Megan we were talking about when we were saying about Vader, how they can. That's the missed opportunities that they keep missing is to give us that kind of a Vader. They're so scared. Like, and me and Dupree I think did a video on it on Talking Sith. We did one time. Why they wouldn't touch Vader, and it's like so sad because you have all the writing there to do such a great job, and it's like they just won't do it. They just won't do it. Like
it's safer that way, and I think that's why that scene worked so well in Rogue One because it wasn't about Vader; it was about the rebels' reaction to Vader.
Right.
And I remember a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's so fan servicey and it's so on the nose," but I'm like, no, this is exactly what we needed. We needed to see why everyone is so terrified of this guy. Like, what can he really do when he is pissed off and he's coming for you? And just to see how scared everyone was, I'm like, this is building up that character. You show me like a little side adventure of Darth Vader going and doing this stuff, it could detract from him. Yeah. But a scene like this, it builds up.
I want to throw it back at you, Megan. But wouldn't it be cool? And I agree. I think that getting like little like snippets of him is okay. Like little clips, fine. I'm cool with that. But wouldn't it be nice? Which I hope we do get in Kenobi. Wouldn't it be cool to see him hunt Jedi down?
Yes, if it's done well, because we know that's part of his story. So they're not going to be introducing something that is like, oh, Vader wouldn't do that. No, this is something he absolutely would do. So it's how they show it, the method that he does. Is he getting outsmarted? Is he relying too much on other people to do stuff? Or is he always 5 steps ahead of everyone? Like, they could really use it to build him up and make him more intimidating.
Right.
Or they could completely botch it. So it depends on how much faith you have in these storytellers.
My only thing is, I do think we're going to see Vader, but I just want to actually see Hayden's like a flashback. I'm okay with whatever they do. Just give me a flashback. And then I won't complain about the whole show.
Oh my! You are getting that though. They did say that you are getting.
I know, but they could pull a Marvel on me. Okay, Marvel does this stuff to me all the time when they tell me I'm going to get this, and this, and actually not show me A, B, and C. They give me something completely different. They like to do that. And I can see Disney just casting Hayden and then us thinking that we're going to see him and then him not actually show up.
5 seconds.
What is the Game of Thrones did the same thing to me too.
That is true. That is
anything
true.
I get attached to, they
Mariah, do me a favor. Don't get attached to Kenobi, please. Don't get attached to Kenobi. Do me that solid.
Really, I can't get a connect to Kenobi. Like,
just don't do it.
I got a Kenobi tattoo. Come on, how can I not?
Don't say that, girl.
Really?
They're watching. Disney is the House of Mouse is watching.
They're like, oh, we got her.
Yep, that's it. We got
She's
it.
in
We're
the
gonna ruin
bag.
it now.
I'm such a Ewan McGregor stan. It's not even funny. Like, it's so bad.
That's funny. Is it what?
no,
Do you have
they're
like a
gonna break your
portrait of him or what?
Oh God, no, I don't have a portrait of him. Oh my God, no, I'm not that crazy.
You don't. Do you have it on your ceiling when you sleep that you see him before?
Yeah,
You
I got
pray
a
to him?
portrait of
Just the
Tarkin.
night.
Wait, who is that? Oh,
I got a
What?
portrait of Tarkin.
Oh, that's different. Like, first of all, I'm like I'm not gonna my little arms with Ewan McGregor, it would just like morph around. So it would be,
it would take over.
It would take over.
Yeah, no, I agree with Edward here. He says I'd rather see that as its own piece of content, a Vader story following his early years as Vader. Want Kenobi to focus on Kenobi, and I agree. And I don't think this is the thing. I'll go for it. I don't know.
No, sorry. I was gonna wait for you to say your thought, but that young Vader, we see that in the comics. Like we see how he gets a saber, he hunts Jedi, he smacks around the Inquisitors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we had that one scene, which I know we're not gonna get it now, but that happens early on, is where he fights the Inquisitors in the comics. Like I think that would be so cool to see. I'm wondering if we would get like a scene like that, but I don't. Again, who knows? What do you think, John? You think we will?
Well, I think if they did a series, it would have to be like rated R, so they could show like Vader being brutal and like you say, fighting the Inquisitors, like chopping limbs and then like no mercy. You know, like that one's weak.
Yeah,
Emperor Palpatine had to come to stop. Remember, like that fight in the comic, he was like literally like, you guys gotta like cut it now, like literally, because it was getting to that point, like somebody was gonna lose something, and like that's what I mean is like, again, I know they're never gonna go that route, and I understand why. Again, you know, I totally understand it. It's just too much, and I know not a lot of. I think, like,
well, they could, but it wouldn't have to be rated R. They can still show that because. I mean, they can just show it because they won't have blood.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
I mean,
so because that would make it rated R would be the blood and everything. So it would be like PG-13 without it. So.
Sure.
Yeah,
then absolutely.
I just feel like
there's no blood in Star Wars.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I was gonna
In the
get at.
first
Like,
one there is.
I know,
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like, I really wouldn't mind seeing. But going to what Edward was saying, that's what I was gonna say is, I don't mind focusing on Kenobi, but the thing is that I think what a lot of people do tend to forget is that this series is not just only for Kenobi, it's to set up other characters for spin-offs. There's gonna be like people are sleeping on all these shows. This is like the new, you know, again, they are taking a piece of what Marvel has done.
Yeah, they're building a cinematic universe.
Yes, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Streaming universe.
If you look at the Kenobi series, they have some big names. Big name characters, and they're not just going to be in this just for the show. Like, no.
Yeah,
they're going to be in for the long haul for other things to come.
I think what Edward's getting at, and I agree, is that the more you put in there, and especially the more Vader you put in there, the more it detracts.
It takes away from it.
Obi-Wan, from Kenobi. Like, and that's who we're coming to, Mariah and I at least, are coming to see some Ewan McGregor. I want to see him act. I want to see him choose some scenes and like really like get to the heart of this character. I don't want let him cry. Like let there be like really
let him cry,
scenes.
reminisce, let him
honestly, if you would just give me Ewan McGregor mispronouncing like names and species, I would still watch. I would still watch it.
But I feel like Darth Vader's gonna overshadow all the other cameos.
I recently just did a video, and you're gonna hate me for this, Mariah. I just recently did a video reviewing, you know, the Obi-Wan lightsaber from Episode 1, the Master Replica one, and I said Ian McGregor, and I was like Ian McGregor, and then immediately everyone just jumped on me.
No. Yeah, you know what's funny? I saw that, but you know what's funny?
Did you see it?
Well, I saw it. Well, hold on, before I do speak. Well. Look who decides to show up.
Hey.
Wow, so late.
No.
30.
Wow.
So, bro, you're early, bro. First off, hold up.
Nice
Hold
to
up.
join
You
us.
tell John that we start at 6, meaning that would be like what? That was an hour after
early.
8. Like, bro. Oh, he's praying right now. Oh, he's frozen. Okay, so we'll get back to him. Okay.
He's frozen already?
He's praying.
Already?
Praying to
Bro, I
Palpatine
didn't know
versus
Yo, he
Power.
always gets the best, like, still, like,
Can
when
somebody
his
hold on.
freezes, it always is bad funny.
I gotta take a picture of this, man, before hold on. I gotta take a picture before it unfreezes. Somebody got it? Okay, I got it. All right.
Straight to the
All right,
Wi-Fi
sick.
gods,
All right, I
come
got
on.
it. We got you, Dupree. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, no. You know what's funny, Gabe? A lot of people. I gotta.
I know. Like, I hope he
Hold
stays like
on.
that the whole time. It's
I
great.
gotta. Hold on, I gotta remove you from the show. Dupree, when you come back. Oh, you know what? I'll leave him. Why not? Right? Can I bring him back? Oh yeah. I can. Let's see. Oh, he left. He was like, nah, they clowning me too much. Oh, whoa. I didn't even notice he was here. Drunk 3PO. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Dude, what's going on, bro? I didn't even notice. Oh, shoot. I was so into Dupree being late and him praying, literally on this live stream. I'm like, oh, wow.
Derailed everything.
Dude, oh my gosh, what's going on, Drunk 3PO? By the way, I think you are in either Mexico. Well, God bless you wherever you are, bro. And dude, have fun. And I know you're doing your thing out there, so continue it, bro. But yeah, no, going to Gabe. Not consent. A lot of people get Ewan McGregor's name wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's such
It's a weird name.
It is a weird name, right?
Yeah.
Scottish.
Scottish.
Do you know
Yeah.
anyone else named Ewan?
I do,
Ewan?
actually.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
But,
I
like-
don't. I'm joking. I really
Okay.
don't. I really don't.
In
You
college,
might know
one of
one.
my classmates, his name was Ewan McGregor. And I was
Stop.
I was the
You're
only one
lying.
that got it. And I'm like, is that really your name? Everyone else is like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
It's like the John Smith of
how do
Scotland.
you not know?
John Smith.
That's funny, man.
Oh my, that is the $1 million question. Will we get to see him say hello there? I
They
don't
have
He better.
They have
Yeah,
to.
it has
We
to.
better get some. I've got
The
a bad
first
feeling
word
about
he's
this.
gonna
And
say-
hello there.
I'm gonna say we're not, but the first word he's gonna say in the series is hello, and the very last thing he's gonna say is there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be cool.
Okay.
That's what's gonna
Watch that.
happen.
One of my his
Okay.
brother is the Ravis cat. Oh, okay.
We're gonna hear him say though. I have a bad feeling about this. That's the number one thing we're gonna hear him say.
Okay.
And we're gonna see him with his lightsaber, with his stance. You guys know the stance is yes,
Yes.
yes.
I gotta put
In
my
this,
head
his chin. You're gonna do the chin thing.
Oh yeah, the. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I don't see him do that lightsaber stance. I will throw my remote at the
I
TV.
think
Yeah.
you know
What are we even doing in this show?
I think
You guys are making me a nervous wreck. I just
Mariah, I told you stop saying what you
you and
want,
I
girl.
go. We need to be set supervisors and make sure that they're not doing this wrong.
If you
right.
do that, can you make sure Dennis Lawson is in it just for a little bit, just for me?
If there's a Dennis Lawson cameo, I'm gonna
Oh my
scream.
gosh.
I would
guys are
die.
It's
ruining it.
Uncle, so
You're
like
gonna
you
know.
better freaking
Mickey
show
Mouse is
up.
watching. Stop. You're gonna ruin it.
Mickey,
No, I'm
listen.
kidding.
Oh, I'll go play Mickey Mouse. That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I
oh,
get
yeah.
scared.
That is true. Fun fact about Jasmine, I didn't even know. You don't mind if I say it? I won't say where. I won't say where. I'll just say where. So fun fact about Jasmine that I did not know that I learned today is that she is a security guard. I was like, what? My girl could hold it down? I'm like, oh snap. I'm like,
She's tiny but scrappy.
yo, I was like, what? Jasmine could throw it down. I'm like, oh shoot. I see you, Jasmine. I'm dying. Oh
I'm
my
the
god.
sassy one. I'm the one that I don't use my fist, but I can use my words to make someone think twice before they do something dumb.
Ooh. So you went to school for teaching people, giving them sass, but not really throwing the hands. Hold
I
on.
can throw hands. I just choose not to.
You're not bro, you had your supper already? You did your prayer? You did your thing? He can't even hear us. Jeez. Bro. Dupree.
Is this your first time on a live stream, Dupree?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Were
sir.
you praying
Yeah,
a day,
bro.
Tony?
We saw you do your prayer and everything, bro.
Yeah, you froze up like this.
Perfect, bro. You
Perfect.
look like-
It's perfect,
you know what
bro.
you look like, bro? You look like the Justin Bieber album cover Purpose when he has the thing and he's like this.
Wow.
That's what you look like.
Yeah,
I went there.
yeah.
Yeah. You're
Oh, now he's
unbelievable.
lagging.
Nope.
Yep, I'm telling you,
Frozen
it's
again.
the The forces of reality, man. And I'm telling you, it just gets to. That's what you get. Oh, there you go. He's back. He's back. Well, welcome back, bro. Where you been, bro? It's not Taco Tuesday, is it? No, it's Thursday, bro.
Oof.
It's Thirsty Thursday.
It's Karaoke Thursday.
Oh, for Dupree, yeah, that it is. Karaoke Thursday. That is true.
Someone in the comments says it.
Oh,
you just muted Mariah.
No, I didn't mute Mariah.
No.
Oh.
I'm telling her.
I think I muted myself.
We're all having technical difficulties today.
Literally.
I went to go click on the comment as if I could do something, and I can't.
And you hit mute.
Trying to show it.
Mute. No, but what were you gonna say, Mariah?
The someone in the comments said a George Lucas cameo, kind of like a Stan Lee in the MCU. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's true. They could do stuff like.
They did that in the prequels, right? Wasn't he in the prequels?
Yeah, he was in the prequels, and they used that same character in Clone Wars.
You know, I didn't know his son was the young Jedi on court when you see Bail.
His daughters are in it too.
I didn't know that was his son, the young Jedi that the last one that gets killed, and Bale's like no or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was his son. I'm like,
I once hung out with his son all night and didn't know who it was till the end of the night.
Wow.
He's really tall, and so am I. So we saw each other across the crowd, and we're like, let's tall people.
Wait, is it the one from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? That's the one I'm talking
We're
about.
hanging out all night. I know, and then I had no idea. End of the night, I'm like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Jet."
Jasmine's
like Jet Lucas. Oh my
Jasmine's
God.
like, we're sexy. You never told me this. What's up?
Well, one of my friends was a camp counselor up in Northern California, and she texted me one day. She's like, "Wait, you like Star Wars, right?" And I was like, "Where are you going with this?" She's like, "Oh, George Lucas just dropped off one of his kids." I was like, "What?
What? When was this? He's got a young kid. How old?
I think it was like camp for like teens or something. This is like a few years ago, something like that." And she was like, "Yeah, he just dropped off one of his kids." I was like, "What? Can you go stalk his car?"
Damn.
Rob, since you're such a big Asajj Ventress fan, Katie Lucas is the one who kind of continued her story. She wrote all of her stories in the Clone Wars and wrote, wasn't she on the Dark Disciples? She's the one who helped because she wrote that story because that was supposed to be episode art in the Clone Wars, but they made it into a story. So if we see Katie Lucas, because she does have a good relationship with him, with Dave Filoni, so if we do see her, you might get to see Asajj Ventress because that is her that is Katie's character is Asajj.
Yeah, it's kind of her girl.
She's just such a good character. I mean, I just feel like they did do good with her in the Clone Wars. I just feel like again, like to have knocked her off like that, I don't know. I just feel like her character has so much potential and what they can use her for. You know, like again, she has like a relationship with Kenobi. Like, I'm hoping it'd be nice to see her in in the Kenobi series. Like, I'd be so happy.
That's another.
That would be perfect.
That's another reason why I don't think we'll discanon Dark Disciples just because Katie Lucas. That's Katie Lucas's story.
Also, you're saying you don't think they would like basically like not
just because of her dad. Like, they won't do that to her.
Okay.
So,
but never say never though. Because it was already again, it was talked on. They almost threw, like Megan said, they did almost throw that on the table, and well, it was on the table, but it's just the fact that you know they were more. I don't even. Well, the crazy thing is they weren't even concerned about what you just said, like that she was the writer for it. They were more like worried about her taking the heat for that show. That was more kind of like the thing. So
yeah, I don't think they got any respect for George Lucas or for his kids.
I mean, Filoni does. I think Filoni does. I think it's just more, the head writers. I don't think.
Yeah, your story group, your producers. I don't think they care.
Yeah, no, I don't really think so. But Dupree, welcome to the panel, bro. How have you been? I gotta ask you.
Thanks for having me. How do you feel about Lego? I hate stepping on them. That's why I don't have them.
Good point.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. So I did say we were gonna save a little time to talk about Marvel a little bit, so we could kind of talk about that. How are you guys feeling about What If?
I love it. I really.
Wait, have you even watched it yet?
I did. No, I'm only an episode behind. I didn't see the last one, but I've seen them all.
Yeah, that's why I was about to start. I was about to go in on the latest one, but you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
the latest one was the zombies one, right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the first episode that lead into another episode too.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. The Doctor Strange one had me though. That one really got to me. I'm like, damn, man, this guy tried everything, and just
wait till you get to the zombies.
I know. I heard that one is like just crazy. Like that one is like they're all so dark. Like I just don't get it. Like they're really, and that's why it's like I wonder. Like transitioning to Star Wars, like maybe they're really not that scared to go that route. Maybe they would, And I think I think they're using Marvel because they can, because again, Marvel's so loved, and they can use that as a platform to test things out, and maybe they can say, hey, you know what, like if that goes well. Visions.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder if Visions is gonna be able to do that. Go to a dark place.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said.
I mean, that one character that looks like Vader, the girl, she looks like she went like Super Saiyan, honestly, and I'm like, oh damn. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah. I said they gave them full. That's why they said it wasn't canon to give them full artistry to exploit these characters without limitations. So I was like, that's basically what Marvel does. So
yeah, that's the purpose of a series like this. Like really just go crazy with it, get creative. It's not canon, so you can do anything. You can get dark.
And that's the thing, like you go into this for Star Wars Visions, like and I think that's what I love about shows like this. You have no standard, like literally you don't hold anything to it because you don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know where to start or end because it can give you a and I think there's only one episode, Dupree, correct? That's canon is the Boba one. After that, the rest are just
that's what they're talking about. The Boba one's going to be the only real one because out of the whole animation, he's the only thing, and Slave One's the only thing that looks like realistic.
You can't call it that anymore. It's called Boba Fett Starship.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's called Fire. No, you guys are all wrong. It's called the Fire Spray. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Fire Spray.
Fire hose.
Call yourself Star Wars.
Yeah, that is true. Fire Spray. Yeah.
And
Fire hose.
And fire spray Leia.
That is. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Fire Spray Leia.
Fire Spray.
Oh my gosh! That.
They're not younglings anymore. They're fire sprays. Anakin kills the fire sprays.
So everybody basically is fire spray.
Yeah, safe enough.
That's pretty safe to say.
Can't defend anyone with that.
No,
I got my fire spray.
Got it,
jewelry.
Kevin. Where's the fuck?
My fire spray.
Oh my god! Yeah, there it is.
Oh wow.
Oh wait a minute.
Fire spray Leia jewelry.
Hold on. Wait, Gabe.
Yes.
Dupree wasn't here for this. Dupree, we have a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait.
We have a surprise?
Yeah,
yes, we have something.
We got a lot of goodies up in.
You missed. This is the one I told Gabe I'm making a video on this one. You should
love this.
You're gonna really love this. All right. Drum roll. Wait. Before you show it, hold on. Let me see.
All right. Let me spread it around a little bit. That way it gets some depth to it.
The texture.
Yeah.
There it is.
What does that say? I can't even see what it says.
Come on.
Oh wow, you got some sand. Obi-Wan
Kenobi series Tatooine set sand. How do you feel about sand?
There's some little pieces in there, so who knows?
There's some nuggets in there.
Yeah.
Darth
You just
Vader
never know.
scraps.
That's some Darth Vader stuff. Some little nuggets from Little Vader.
Nuggets.
Oh my god.
Maybe you're right, Rob. Maybe you're right. Like he just threw some sand at him.
I told you, bro. I'm telling you, the pocket sand. It never fails, dude. Pocket sand never fails, bro. You can never go wrong with it.
The box does not say fire spray.
Oh.
You're gonna have to fight with Mickey with that one. I don't know, man.
You gotta cross it out and put fire spray.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so funny. Hey, did you guys? I can't. You know what's funny though? Like talking about like all these like cameo, like all these things that we're getting in the series and all that. Do you guys think we'll get No, wait, no, it wouldn't be in Andor. No. What do you who do you think we're gonna get in Andor? Like who like that would possibly come out of that would be in the Kenobi series? I think a couple characters, but I want to ask you guys.
Oh, she's from the Game of Thrones. Help me out what her name is.
Indira Varma.
Kira?
Yes, there we go. Thank you,
No,
guys.
not Kira. Kira might show up. Who knows?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know, but yeah, Indira Varma, that character. Whatever,
Yes.
who
she's in it. She's an Imperial officer, actually.
Yeah.
Because that was the one that they had the leaked images on for her.
Kira would be an interesting choice, though.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. They've been wanting to like do this character justice from the comics because they're trying to like include characters from like all different facets of Star Wars now.
Yeah,
I feel like we're gonna see like Dr. Aphra like pop up in one of the shows.
Dude, that'd be sick,
dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were talking. Well, that's what they were saying. They could possibly get that in the Kenobi series because they were there was an actress that got hired that looks just like her. I forgot her name, and she got casted, and they were like, "That looks like Doctor. Like that literally looks just like her." I think they're
Hera.
Who?
Hera.
Yeah. Hera's a given for Andor.
Oh, hands down. Well, for Andor, no, I was saying for Kenobi, I think Dr. Aphra or Aphora, whichever it is going to be in that.
I thought we were on Andor, for Andor.
Yeah. Oh, Hera, definitely. Yeah, no. I think we're going to get the whole crew. Honestly, I think we'll get the whole crew. We might, honestly, I think we might get Ezra in that series before anything. I think before, because if I'm not mistaken, next year, which this is the one I'm confused about, and Dupree, you could correct.
Oh no! How far back are we going for Andor before Rogue One? Because Rogue One, he's missing.
Probably recent.
It's only like 3 to 4 years, which the Ghost crew was already together. Because I think they're going as far as like maybe like Luke being 16 and Ezra and him are the same age.
Yeah.
So
because like in Rogue One, he is missing.
Yeah. In Rogue One, you're saying Ezra's missing.
Yeah, he's lost. Him and Thrawn are missing.
Correct. Yes.
So
no, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're right. Yes. Yeah. No, they're going back like a couple years. So I'm thinking we get Mena Massoud in Andor. I think so. I definitely think so. Dax, what's going on, dude? What is going on? I think we get him there. I think we got him. What do you guys think? I saw Megan. I saw your face.
That would be interesting. I have no idea what to think about Andor. I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
It's gonna be a sleeper hit.
That's gonna sneak up on you.
Edward said, "I reckon Cassian will show up." And
I didn't even say. I'm sorry, Edward. I reckon Cassian.
That's a safe bet.
That's like you've seen that meme. Have you seen that meme? What is it? Cast for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. No, I'm sorry. Cast. Yeah, I think it was like they said Ewan McGregor is whatever. La 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 la. Yeah, I can't even remember. That's not bad.
And sand as sand.
Yeah, but I definitely believe Mena Massoud will debut there. I think either there. I think it's either these are the two shows I'm gonna say. It's either there or The Mandalorian. It could be one of those two. Again, opinion. What do you guys think?
Or Ahsoka.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm saying before. I think they're gonna show him before. I don't think. Obviously, so yeah. Us 50-year-olds have no idea.
Yeah, Ahsoka would.
Same. I let these people talk about Rebel stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't do those cartoons.
You don't give us what?
She doesn't do those cartoons.
Technically, Ahsoka wouldn't have to show up because this could take place before she goes.
In Andor?
In Andor, yeah. Well, she could be in the world stuck in there because Ezra probably hasn't rescued her yet.
So I'll tell you this much. She is cast for Andor.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah,
she was cast for Andor. She and Kenobi are cast for that series.
Then we're gonna see the Rebel Squad then, hands down.
Yep.
I was telling him before, it's gonna be a show of like cameos. Like everybody and their mom is gonna cameo on that show.
Yeah.
Like all the rebels, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, basically like rebels.
any rebel. I'm down to see it though.
It is going to be a good one. I mean, I think Andor is definitely, like you said, Dupree, before, it's a sleeper. I mean, you know what's funny? I wasn't on board for it because I was kind of like, damn, they're getting too many cameos. Like we're just seeing too many people. But if they really focus on, they have an actual like story and thing, I'm okay with that. I don't mind.
That's the thing, but story has been their weak point on every other thing.
That's
it's just a vehicle for cameos.
It is, but their live action has not let them down. Their live action series have not let them down. The movies, you know, again, opinion based, whether people want to believe it or not. The sequels, yes.
We only have one. We just have one.
Yeah, but their spin-offs movies have been like killing it for.
I'm talking about sequel wise. I mean, like those movies in particular, not the spin-offs. The spin-offs. Well, hold on, Dupree. The spin-offs got. I mean, those Solo and Rogue One, as much as we do like them, did get a lot of backlash. And again, it could be what Megan said, or I think it was Megan or Mariah did say for which one was it? Solo or Rogue One? They came out. When did after the last Jedi? Yeah, Solo. That's probably why.
Yeah, it suffered from timing.
Right. So it could have been that. Rogue One, just I don't know why it got back. That's another good movie. I like the fact that it was an old, you know, it was a story. You know, that's what it was. And I think, I don't know, maybe because again, it's different time, different generation. Back in the day, that's what your movies were. They were storytelling. Now it's like you want action packed, you want nonstop. You know, action. And, you know, again, I appreciate Rogue One being just a Rogue One story, you know, telling a tale, you know.
One good thing about that movie is it taught people how to spell rogue. Everybody before that spelled it like
well,
Rouge.
So
I'm like, it's not Rouge One, it's Rogue.
Rouge One. I got that shirt, don't worry. But I'll tell you from a normie point of view, my brother, who I don't know how, growing up with me, he just didn't pay attention to Star Wars. Finally, because of, you know, all this stuff that we do with Sexy Wookiees, was like, I'm going to start watching Star Wars and see if I can follow along with you. And I had him start, and I know there's controversy about what order you should do it in. I had him start with the prequels so he could do it in universe chronological order. And I think by the end, he said Rogue One was his favorite movie. Like, he really enjoyed it. And he was in the army, so maybe it was a Saving Private Ryan kind of situation where it was like, oh, yeah, you know.
Oh, Mariah's
soldiers.
I got it going.
Maybe.
Every character in the movie like had their own moment to sacrifice themselves for the greater cause.
Savor.
Then you got to the end and you're like, oh my god, they killed them all. Nobody's left.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just shocking.
I'm just let you guys know, Saving Private Ryan like did like mental damage on me at a very young age. So.
Well, and I will tell you, that's what I wanted Rogue One to be. I thought it was going to be really dark and gritty and not sci-fi Disney-fied at all. I thought it was going to be, and I think that may be what Gareth Edwards did at first, which is why they had to reshoot a bunch. So I released the Gareth cut. I want to see the really dark one, because I did leave that movie kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, it was so vanilla.
I thought in that cut they escape, like they survive, and Cassian and Jin. I thought in his original cut, they get off.
I don't like that.
They get off in an escape pod, and then you don't hear from them again.
And didn't they also talk about Vader on that scene where, like, you know, where the TIE fighter comes up, right? Wasn't it supposed to be like Vader right there?
He's supposed to be on the beach. He's supposed to be on the beach, like mowing rebels down. And they went through a few different things with him. It was a beach scene. It was another scene with him and the Death Star snatching the blaster. No, Krennic's supposed to pull a blaster on Tarkin, then he force snatches it away. Like, they did so much stuff that they just left on the cutting room floor. So it's like,
so like I do remember.
We're never gonna see those scenes.
Yeah, I do remember them saying that they got inside the pod or someone came down and rescued them like at the last second or something like that happened. I can't remember.
Oh, I like this one from Dax. He says, I think Rogue One gave proper respect to the established material, and this is why it was fairly well received by most. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Because,
John.
Yeah, no, because it doesn't change anything. That's what I was kind of saying. Like, they all had to die, is because we don't hear about them later. Like, you don't hear about them.
And all these movies are scared to kill their main characters. This is the first, like, you know, positive movie that killed everybody.
Well, they all died,
but still ended good.
You hope to continue, you know, but.
And this makes, like, you know, Luke and Han and everybody celebrating at the ceremony look like douchebags. They're like, yeah, we got a medal. We're the ones who did the work. What about that whole fleet that just got destroyed like literally like a few days later?
Yeah, we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that.
They don't even get a plaque.
Come on, man. Well, that's why Dupree, you can give him a plaque, right? Now.
Yeah.
You know, especially for showing up late.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you.
So funny.
You know I love you, Papa. No, but.
So speaking of Vader, can I show you guys like the coolest thing? So you know my buddy
Gabe,
Lee, who's in there.
You could show us anything you want in that room, bro.
This guy Lee has the coolest thing, like better than anything I could have here. Look at him. Check this out.
Well, can we get him on?
So that's him being picked up by David Prowse during the when he was touring around to promote Empire. I believe, right, Lee? Yeah, but that's actually him as a little kid getting picked up by David Prowse.
Wait, that's who getting picked up?
Oh, that's Lee. This is him right here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
crazy,
his buddy,
right?
right here, yeah. Like
what a photo.
Cool. So Lee's British. He's from Wales, and I guess he was doing a tour.
Oh wow, it
there.
must be late. So it's late for him over there. He's watching.
Oh no, he's in the United States now, but
okay.
Originally from Wales. But yeah, so we're speaking about Darth Vader, and it just I remember that picture. But the reason why I brought that up is because, I mean, I think to everyone's point, like Darth Vader's supposed to scare people, right? Little kids, you're supposed to be scared of him. And and I agree with everyone that some of these kind of backstories kind of takes away from that.
Yeah, the more sympathetic you make him, the less scary he is.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I thought Kenobi's gonna make him scary again. Scary.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that literally this show is. I think bringing Hayden back, and I think they want to do it right. I think it's definitely going to be really, really powerful. And I know. Well, I'm not going to say that, but anyway, I know it's going to definitely be something. There's going to be something special. It's going to be something
where it's going to make me cry. It's going to make me scared, and it's going to be funny.
Did you guys a couple months? Mariah, you and Kevin might remember when we talked about this a couple months ago on a live stream. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys know the character, not the actress Moses Ingram, correct? You guys know?
Oh yeah, and people were thinking that she's going to be Ahsoka.
No, not that. Did you guys? Okay, so Moses Ingram, for those who don't know, she was cast for the Kenobi series. Now, in one of her posts a couple months ago, she was wielding a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing with Ahsoka. I'm thinking.
Asajj.
What do you think?
Asajj.
Well, if it is, so you think it's Asajj?
I mean,
I think Inquisitors, because they did say Inquisitors are going to be heavy.
Oh, she'll probably be a villain then, yeah.
Or
why does it have to be Inquisitor? When it can be a Jedi they're hunting.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. She was wielding a blue lightsaber. It was a blue lightsaber. So I wonder, what new character are we getting that probably exists anyway in the comics somewhere that we probably didn't even know about? Well, meaning not that we did not know about, but meaning we just kind of like forgot.
It might be a new Jedi that just dies in that series, lives and dies in that series, and
someone for Vader to kill.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. I want to see somebody new instead of somebody old. Like if they're gonna throw a Jedi in.
Well, that's what before Dupree, like I don't know if you were here for that when I was talking to a coworker of mine, and he was basically saying, "Oh my gosh, it's nearly 3 a.m. in the UK. I don't know how you do it, bro."
Edward's a trooper.
Yeah, he is the man right there. That is the man.
Well, what about what's the Jedi that was supposed to be in the Mandalorian instead of Luke?
Plo Koon.
That's not.
Well, he's dead, bro. He died.
Is he dead? Like
he's dead.
He's
dead?
Remember
in Revenge of the Sith? The ship blew up.
Yeah, he got blown out of the sky.
We didn't see him die.
Obviously, they thought about it.
No body, no death.
That's it.
Exactly.
Listen,
I
didn't see the ejection button, so I didn't see him go. I didn't see that.
That's right.
Just saying, I didn't see that. But
could have been ejected into space. He can breathe in space. He has a mask.
But what if Mace Windu shows up again?
Let's not start this.
He's alive.
We're not doing the Mace one.
No body, no death.
Yeah, exactly.
Windu.
I still stick to it. He's alive, man.
We're not doing the Mace Windu one. We're not doing that tonight. We always do that one. I'm not doing it. No, but I definitely I wonder who she could play. And I think if it's not, because this is my thing, is like another character that always, never makes it is, Cal Kestis. Like, why can't we get him? Yeah,
because he has games, bro. Like he has like 2 more games, and then they're just like.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're still waiting on the sequel game.
Yeah.
Star of a video game. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you can still bring him at least into something. Like you gave us a little hint, like not a little hint, but we got to see the planet. He was on in the Bad Batch. Like I was like, damn. Even if I would have seen like a young cow just looking up, into the sky, watching the Bad Batch, like I would have been like, okay, I'm complete. Like I'm good. But damn, they took that away from us. I'm like, fuck, man. Like even with freaking, oh
Still
my gosh,
you never know.
What is it?
There's still season 2 coming, so
that's true as well.
Yeah, but that was like the one missed opportunity. I felt like, I mean, same thing with what is it, Onderon? Like that was like where I'm sorry, not Onderon. Oh my god, I'm saying Ord Mantell.
Yeah, Onder.
No. Ord Mantell I'm talking about. That was where Crimson Dawn started. Like you could have talked about that, And I get it. There's a season 2, so I mean, I'm not gonna get. But
they might bring it back.
That's gosh, just Bad Batch. I'm sorry.
Season 1 just plant the seeds for the things that we're gonna see further into.
It was all set up.
Yeah. Well, Megan, I know you're not.
I didn't even watch it, but I could tell you they wasted all their opportunities. Because that's how they do.
Hey, don't say that. John is a big Bad Batch fan. Don't say those things. Hey, watch it. No, but John, let me ask you, what'd you think of the Bad Batch, bro?
I liked it. Are you guys talking about the finale? Just now, sorry, I was like trying to tell my dog not to dig up.
Jump on you while we're on the live show.
But I liked it a lot.
Okay.
What they're doing with Crosshair, I feel like it could have been resolved already, but they're gonna.
I will say this: around here, we don't call him Crosshair; we call him Crossface. Just so you know.
Crossface killer.
Crossface.
Oh my gosh! Come on. Sorry. What if Oshak Jackson and Mose Ingram are the what is it? The seventh sister and a seventh brother in Rebels, where
the guy from Fast and Furious is the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy from.
I think it's more than one. There's like 10 brothers and like 14 sisters.
Son is in there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
That's what I'm saying. Ice Cube's son and Ingram. They're going to be like the
brother. Yeah, I heard Ice Cube's son is the fifth brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fifth brother, because they're in the Rebels. Don't you see the fifth brother in Rebels? That's
you do.
And then is it the seventh sister? Is that
Seventh
who
sister.
You see the seventh sister, the fifth brother, and you see the 11th.
And also
the ninth.
No, the eighth brother.
Yeah, the last
right?
dude.
I think it's the ninth.
Eighth brother.
Eighth brother, yeah.
Eighth brother, yeah.
Eighth brother, yeah.
So I think that's who those two characters could be, since those two were together a lot.
It could.
Well, you also can get the Grand Inquisitor too.
We can, yes, we can get the
I would love to see that.
That could be Rupert Friend.
They might bring Jason Isaacs back for that, because he looks like the dude and he's the voice.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. They were talking about bringing him for that. So it could be a possibility, because they've been bringing Lars Mikkelsen for Thrawn, so I could see a lot of the the original characters, the voiceovers for that. It would be kind of Katie Sackhoff. Yeah, that's another one I didn't even think of. There, see, there's so many right there that they've done already that you can do. And they've done it. They could go that route. So it would be nice for that. But I mean, and that's why I say, like, even if, because I read one time for what's his name, Ice Cube's son, what's his name? I forgot.
O'Shea Jackson.
I heard he was supposed to be I heard he was supposed to be something good. I didn't hear he was supposed to be an Inquisitor. I heard he was.
I just heard he's in it. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I actually heard that.
I know, but I'm looking at the fifth brother, and it just looks like someone that Jackson.
Gee, why does he have to look like that? Why can't it be somebody else?
Why can't it be?
I know, but I just know that actor, and he would play that rough, tough guy so well.
I honestly think, to be honest with you, I could see him, because again, I really think they're gonna add a lot of these characters. I don't disagree with you, Mariah. I think it could be that, or you can have these other characters play maybe something different, because I do want to see something new. I want to see some newer characters that, might get their own TV show or something like that. Again, it has to turn. They're setting up this whole Marvel thing, like Meg said before. They got to do something, because they gotta start doing something different. They're running out of options. They're running out of ideas. Not running out of ideas, but options on how much, how many more stories can you tell of the original characters?
Yeah, the characters we already know so much about.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to start coming up with okay, like now we're gonna have to use Kenobi, because if you do Kenobi, which is great, you could tell a whole story up until the freaking sequels, which will be fine, of newer characters. That's why, like, I wonder if the girl Moses Ingram is a Jedi that maybe, I hope she doesn't die or maybe survives. I don't know.
Or maybe she gets killed by the fifth brother.
Could be
some scenario.
Could be. I mean, that's another possibility. What do you think, Dupree?
I just want them to give Vader to somebody to kill. Technically, he only kills rebels. We've never seen him kill like a Jedi. Like we've never seen him go crazy with Jedi. So I'd rather see that.
Well, we saw him kill in the video game. We saw him kill the second sister.
Yeah, but that's the video game. I'm talking about a live action. Like a live action is very muted aside from the hallway scene.
Yeah,
I agree. I'd like see him destroy somebody in a lightsaber fight or something.
Well, I mean, I know that they did leak this. There's supposed to be this major stormtrooper and all this stuff with Vader. That they did say something like that a while ago. If I'm not mistaken, it was I think it was Screen Rant that had put it out a while ago. And literally, I'm thinking possibly something big. I don't know. That's one of the things. I mean, we don't really know.
Can they leak the date when this is supposed to be released?
They did. It was supposed to be April, but because of COVID, it got pushed back. And now this show is the last show that's gonna come out next year, which I'm pissed. They changed it. It was supposed to come out April originally of 2021, but because of COVID, it got pushed. Now we have Book of Boba, The Bad Batch, Andor,
Mando.
I'm sorry. It's damn, I forgot it. I had it up.
Mando season 3, Book of Boba Fett.
No, Book of Boba Fett is first. Then it's The Bad Batch. Then it's Andor. Then it's The Mandalorian. Then it's Kenobi.
Yeah, Book of Boba is
this year. That's what I'm saying. This year.
Right?
I'm talking about next
year.
Yeah, I'm just putting them all in the order that they had already announced it. Yeah, I know that was the not they had announced what I think a couple.
So we're probably not going to get Kenobi until next Christmas.
I'm thinking Christmas time. Honestly, I think we'll get Kenobi.
That's
Christmas
a long wait.
I waited this long.
I mean, hey, it's what it is. They should take Kenobi and set it during the purge when Vader is hunting down the remaining. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
That's exactly what it is.
That's actually when it's
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I mean, and that's why I think, again, possibly the character Moses Ingram, is probably getting hunted maybe by Vader, because she was. I mean, when you saw her practicing, she was doing a really good job.
And then she comes and she's the one who runs into Kenobi and needs help and.
Could be. And you know what I was thinking too? Could be something where it's maybe, and I said it before, maybe Vader goes and kills her because because again, they're saying Kenobi's leaving Tatooine now. So it could be something where maybe he felt his presence there, but then he ended up leaving, but Moses Ingram is still there. And then they get into a fight and then he kills her.
I'd love to see something dark and tragic like that where Obi-Wan is maybe I could help some of the Jedi that survived. Maybe that could be something I do. And he starts to, and then they all just get killed. And he's like, no, I just got to go into hiding and just leave them all to their fate. And that would be so tragic. And I'd love it.
No, it's all good, Dax. You're good, bro. Hey, let me ask you guys this question. And, I think we'll probably wrap it up. We've been here for a while. Are you guys good, or you want to wrap it up soon?
However.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'll probably have to jump off just so I can eat some dinner because then I'm gonna go live again.
I know you're going live.
Right,
in about an hour.
Yeah. No,
gotta jump off in a little bit too.
Yeah. So quick
Continue off screen.
Yeah, seriously. Last question before, so we'll end it. This will be the last one. Do you guys think we will get Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon?
Oh yeah.
We better.
It'd be a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
It's going to be the very last thing we get.
Okay.
We'll get his voice.
At least the
Alright.
voice.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I just had to ask that question. So, guys, we will wrap it up. This has been a fun stream. Thank you, John, for hopping on. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
It has been an honor to have you on, dude.
No,
I'm sorry Dupree gave you the wrong time as he was probably sleeping.
Deep in prayer.
I'm gonna get you for that one. Dupree. I'm gonna get you. No, I'm kidding.
Well, excuse us for not everybody can be on the East Coast because of time.
But you could have gave him the right time at least, so he could hop on time, Mister.
Hey, I was even thinking it was 6. I'm like, wait, let me check
Like
that
Mariah said.
Bro, you came on at 6:30.
Yeah.
To the time he thought
30.
it was.
Bro, you were later than John, bro. And he's still here. Oh my gosh, this is funny. No, but I really do appreciate you guys all being here. Kevin, Jasmine, the sexy Wookiees, Megan, John, again, Dupree, Gabe, Mariah. I really, really do appreciate you all being here. Many blessings. Before we do hop off, we're gonna go around the room, let everybody know what we have going on, where to find us. So we'll go around. So I'll start with Kevin, and then we'll end with John. So go ahead, Kevin.
All right. Well, I can be found on Instagram at the.fandalorian. I do post when I get the newer Star Wars Funko Pops, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I have a YouTube channel as well at the same name where I do like unboxing videos. So hopefully I have a new video out for this weekend or next weekend, if not this weekend.
I do want to say before everybody in the chat hops off, please subscribe to Kevin's channel. He has so many Funkos, just so many awesome reviews. Please go subscribe to him. I want him to. I want to make the push for him. Such an awesome person and human being. So please go subscribe to him.
Thank you, Rob.
No, dude. Anytime, you deserve it, bro. So yeah. Oh yeah, Jazz, you're up next.
So me and Megan are part of Sexy Wookiee Squadron. You can find us on that handle on Instagram. I think we have a Twitter, right? She's in charge of some of the social medias because I'm really bad at it. We're on TikTok. Yeah, Boomer's got it. We're on all social medias where we talk about books. Right now we're doing a special girls edition of 000. So yeah.
Yep, like Jasmine said, Sexy Wookiees on just about every social platform you can find us. We are doing a special ladies edition book club reading through Republic Commando, the original Bad Batch, better than the Clone Wars. So join us for that. Follow us everywhere, Sexy Wookiees.
Yeah.
West Side.
X-Wing side.
Mariah,
okay, my name is Mariah Carley with 2 Y's at the end, and it's not Mariah Carey, so please stop asking me. I know it's funny, but it's actually my name. But I am on Instagram at that name. I also have a podcast called Forces of Fandom. We are on YouTube, so if you guys like Marvel and Star Wars, that's basically what we talk about. But on my Instagram, I do a lot of fashion for fandom fashion, which is not just for girls. It's also I have guy fandom, unisex clothing. So
I love it. Yeah, I'm there too. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Mariah. Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, I'm on all social media as Star Wars Replicas. And yeah, I have a YouTube channel where I unbox and review a lot of these licensed replicas. And then I also have another channel called Collection Wars, which will be going live right now in about 45 minutes. Where we interview guests and show off like these big giant collections and stuff. So subscribe to that. It's called Collection Wars. And I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything like this. Star Wars Replicas.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dupree, aka Darth Hater. As you guys know, I'm on all social media as well. On TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Wait, what?
I have to say it.
Was somebody talking? Was somebody? I couldn't hear anything. Anyway, as I was saying, mostly on Instagram and YouTube. Definitely check out this weekend. I have some really big videos I'm gonna be posting, and subscribe and share.
Thank you, Dupree. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
cool. Name's John. You can find me on all socials as Alpha Ignition. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram mostly though. So. And thank you for having me on. This was fun. We'll do it again. Sure.
Awesome, dude. Oh, love that, bro. Love to hear that. Thank you. Thank you for being on, bro. Many blessings. Like I said, guys, check everybody here out. I'm going to mention them again. The Fandalorian, the Sexy Wookiee Squadron, Mariah Carly, Gabe at Star Wars Replicas, Darth Hater 23, Alpha Ignition. Follow them, subscribe to them. They all have awesome platforms, positive people, good people you want in your life that you always want to have to look around their platform. So many blessings to you guys. Thank you guys for being on again. Can't wait for the next one, guys. Thank you again. Later, guys.
Later, guys.
See you, everybody.
Later.